Hello. Okay, I think now I can start it. I'm gonna unmute these lovely people in a minute. Okay.
Hello.
Now you
Hey,
now you can speak. Yeah. Hello. How are you two
Hi.
doing? Yeah.
hi,
Who are you two?
I'm Red Rex.
I'm June Creaky Boards. If you've been on some of these streams, you've probably seen me before.
Yeah, that's June. Okay, I'm gonna lower you a little bit. Okay. Hello.
And I'm Red Rex.
That is
Uh,
Rabrax.
I
The
don't know what to say
legend.
about myself.
The legend, the icon. Anyway, how are you two doing?
I'm doing
Pretty
pretty
good.
good.
Finally finished my story, so I'm glad about that. It's the first thing I've actually
Yes,
done
I
ever.
saw that.
I finally finished my King Gizzard marathon.
You
Ooh,
listen to all? Don't they have like 20 albums?
Yeah. I listened to over the span of like a week. I listened to them all, in completely random order,
huh.
as decided by a wheel I spun. Uh,
Interesting.
You spun a wheel.
yeah. And over a week I got through all like 20 or so, and I mean it's good that I finished it today, because like, if I remember correctly, there is a new King Gizzard record dropping tonight.
Haven't they made like 3 albums this year?
Yes.
I think they're
Well, I
doing
mean,
like 3 this month.
What?
Like, I think some of them are like EPs, but
Okay,
like,
okay.
uh
Their grind is more
oh
impressive
yeah.
than mine, and I don't say that about a lot of people.
I mean, technically they did 5 this year, because you've got Maiden Timeland, Omnium Gatherum, my personal favorite. uh
I haven't
the
listened
one
to
the
them
the
all.
one with the one with a really long title, uh Laminated Denim, and the new one, Changes, which is coming out tonight. They just don't stop ever.
Yeah.
They won't slow down.
Let's wait a minute, you guys. I'm gonna check the audio, so that means the stream can hear you. Okay. I'm go- Why do I sound like that? Wait. Why do I sound like that? Okay, I need to fix how I sound because that sounds fucking weird. What? Don't you guys think that's stream? Don't you guys think I sound fucking weird? I sound like it's like stereo. Yeah. Why? Okay. Oh, it's because I have the fucking SEO input capture on. That's why. I had my I was capturing my I was capturing my SEO audio. Okay, I'm gonna check it again. Okay, mic test, mic test. My name is Cecily Renns, by the way. I'm a big deal. I'm important. I'm special, and I made an album. That's the thing I've been up to. I made a fucking album. It took like 6 months to make. They can't hear you yet. Okay, now it's good. Now I can make you. Now I can talk.
Okay.
All right.
Hello, welcome back. Welcome back to the Cecily Run stream. We are very on top of the game in our stream
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. We are.
Yeah.
Hello, and welcome back to video
What?
games.
I got to get the Tim Rogers voice out. Let's see. Hello, and welcome back to video games. I am Tim Rogers, and you.
True.
the way they just you.
You're very good at that. Wow.
Yeah. Hello, everybody. My name is Marco Sorry.
Okay, everybody is here. There's Zombie Paper, there's Amber, there's Frida, there's Frisk. Everybody is back. Hey, hello.
Oh, I was.
Hi everyone. This is so. How are you two doing? Are
I'm
you
pretty good.
feeling pretty
Yeah.
good?
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, so they heard nothing about about me ranting about King Gizzard for 10 minutes.
No, they heard that. I muted it
Oh.
after you talked about them. It's okay.
Oh, okay.
Also, there's Katie in the chat. This is great. I always feel like I always feel weird that I can do a live stream and like a bunch of people will see it. That's a weird new feeling. Because the thing is, I was actually thinking about this very recently. I have this like persona on online. It's like a brand, you know. It's like an aesthetic that I put on. It's this egotistical like self-obsessed superstar thing that I try to do. It's like a thing I deliberately do online when I'm like tweeting or whatever.
Yeah, the manic pop star
Yeah.
dream girl.
When you pop
Yeah.
start thing, and that's like, so if you think about it, or if you, it's not that if you think about it, if you are friends with me or you talk to me, you will probably think that's like it's like not true, and to an extent, that isn't me because I will never be able to be actually that self obsessed because I care about like people too much, um but it's not like it's a complete act because the reason I do that, the reason I put on this like act is because, well, the first reason is because it makes me feel better about it. It makes me feel better about making stuff and putting stuff out there. If I'm comically egotistical, that is funny to me, and also it makes me like happier about making stuff. So that's why and again, the second reason is because I think it's funny. I think it's fucking hilarious when someone is like that. That's why I do it. Um, and when I do it, it's not like I slip into this role. It's more like another side that pops out. It's like another side that I try to suppress most of the time. But when I'm in the public's eye, I can let it slip because it's fit more for a public persona than a private one. Because privately, when someone is like that and or they talk about it themselves, and you're trying to have a conversation with them, but they don't listen to you because they only care about themselves. Trying to being friends with that type of person is very exhausting. I know how this is like, except tried. Um, so when I'm actually talking to people, I try not to be like that. I try to care about what the other person is saying, and actually feel really bad or like embarrassed when I bring up something that is only relevant to me. Like I feel like I'm derailing the conversation because I always want to just let the other person talk. That's my thing. I don't really want to ramble on too much. When I not ramble about thing, when I'm talking to someone, always apologize. So it might sound unbelievable in this stream because that's all I do in these streams, ramble, and I'm quite proud of it. That's the great thing about doing a stream is that I don't have to feel bad because this I can just speak into my mic and it's great. It's great that a bunch of people just listen to me talk. I love this. I'm so great. And the thing is, when I say like, oh, I'm so great, I'm so proud of myself, it's like a deep part of me. The part of me is probably that it's actually like a human being is going like, that is so funny because you clearly don't believe that. But there is another part of me that genuinely believes that, and I think that's why I don't think it's like fake. Because a lot of people have told me, why do you keep acting this way? Like, why do you keep putting on a fake thing? Yeah.
There's this one image that I've brought up a lot in conversations
Yeah.
with Cecily outside of these streams. It's
What
the
is
Virgin's
what?
the Virgin self-deprecating humor versus the
Oh
Chad's
yeah,
absurd self-confidence humor.
that is literally like what I'm doing, because
Yeah.
I fucking hate self-deprecating humor. I don't think that it's funny at all. I guess some people can find it funny, but I just don't think it is. And I think people who do it are very annoying, because I can be self-deprecating. I can be very humble, especially if you talk to me privately. I will be very humble with you. I try not to fucking stroke my ego too much in front of a friend. Um, but
I feel like self-deprecating.
yeah,
I feel like self-deprecating humor works if you don't overdo it. Like I think that's the problem. Like you just gotta if you do it like every once in a while to like keep yourself like humble, then it works.
yeah.
But if you overdo it, then
They're just like, oh, I suck so much. Oh my
Like,
god.
if you do that every day, you genuinely start to believe that you do suck. Because the only people who do that are people who do that because they do believe they suck. That's why they do it. Is that to them it's not a joke. That's why it's not funny. Because it's always obvious then it's not a joke to them. So like I try to do the opposite thing, right? I try to do the opposite thing of being very self-confident to the point of absurd. And that makes me feel better because it helps me genuinely believe in my worth, in my value. It actually helps. It actually
Yeah.
helps, and like that's why I believe that if you really believe in a lie so hard, truly enough, it becomes the truth for you. So like if you
yeah.
just keep telling yourself that you are special and great, you are gonna feel that way. And like even if you aren't special, to flip the question, even if you aren't special, if you feel like you're special, that's the same thing, because that's like a it's a totally subjective thing, and the only difference it literally makes is whether it empowers you to be more productive or not. So as long as it's doing a good thing, it's great. That's why I do it. That's why I put on this thing. This is very funny because in these streams, I'm more there's less of a filter, so I can talk about these things. I can let you in more on who I really am. Of course, you will never know who I really am from watching streams. It gets pretty close though. This is just how I talk. This is just how I talk. By the way, this is not me putting on a persona. This is how I talk to people. Anyway, hello.
Album.
There's Squib in the chat. Wester in the chat. That everyone's here.
I swear to God, I read someone in the chat. I read your username as Carkalicious, and
Oh my god.
I immensely
I have no idea if it's a Homestuck reference. I don't think it is. I think it's something else.
we got a cat in the chat.
A stray cat in the chat.
Just the skull emoji.
True. That skull emoji has a vibe to it.
It does. And I never really know what it means. I looked it up and apparently it means died from laughter.
Died from okay, I got a much different vibe from it. I got like a dead face staring at you vibe from it.
That makes it a lot more threatening.
Yeah, I see it as very threatening, but it's funny.
What? What is the worst emote that you can send on YouTube?
Oh man.
The fucking. Is there one with the tongue out?
Let's see.
That
Is there
one.
a dab?
This one's rancid. Oh.
The
It's
dab.
elbow cough.
Yeah, the dab
Uh,
and the one with the
uh,
tongue out is pretty fucking bad.
Oh yeah, elbow bump.
This like YouTube monkey is pretty cursed too.
There are so many. There are so many COVID emotes that.
What? They made
oh.
COVID emote?
Yeah, there's like there's stay home, stay
There's
5 feet
takeout?
away, like takeout,
Do the 5 and
sanitizer.
elbow bump. Oh my god.
Stay home.
Stay home. I don't need you to tell me to do that. I'm
I
gonna
do that.
Yeah. Oh my god, social
Oh,
That's
I'm
this is so bad.
I'm gonna spend my time at home playing Neat Girl Date Night.
That's
It's a
that
real.
that's the that's an actual game, right?
Yes, that is an actual game.
What's the name? I'm gonna use the one with the VTuber on it.
No, it's called Neat Girl Date Night. 1 second.
Is that the one I'm thinking of?
I don't know, but 1 second. Let me where can I find the Neat Girl Date Night? I'm gonna send you in DMs a link to Neat Girl Date Night.
Oh, this one with the lesbian on it. With
Yeah.
I recognize this art from fucking Twitter.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I might just send it in chat as well. It's not called elbow grease for nothing.
What's the one I'm thinking of? Steam won't know for me, but I got it gifted. There's a dating sim where you date an insane VTuber. It has like an anime art style to it. Let me go to my fucking Steam library to find this.
Let's see.
It's called it's Needy Streamer Overload. That's the one I was thinking of. It's the one where you date a VTuber. I haven't actually played this, but I heard it's quite funny.
But yeah, like, sorry.
I need to play it. There's a friend of mine played it and she liked it quite much. She actually thought it was a good representation of mental health. Which sounds even funnier to me.
Wow.
I just realized that your VTuber's mouth isn't moving the entire time.
It isn't? Why isn't it moving? Oh, it's because I changed my mic. Because I changed my mic. Now it'll move. I changed Yeah, because I changed my mic from a USB one to an XLR one. So now I plug into my fucking audio interface. That's why it sounds real clean now. It sounds real clean without any. I don't have to put any effects on it to make it sound good. It's great. I love this mic. It's the Shure SM58. It's like the most popular mic of our fucking time. Hey, so a lot of people in this. Okay, a lot of people in the stream like the stream if you want to. I don't know what that does. I've been advised to remind people to do that every once in a while. I think it'd be good if you do it. I guess it boosts the stream. By the way, Dysfunctional Bunny Girl, the album by Cecily Renns, it's a thing.
Give her your money.
You should give me money, but really, more importantly, you should listen to the album. I want everyone to listen to the album. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, the YouTube upload of this album doesn't have a lot of views in it. I don't know why. I think everyone should be listening to this album. Yeah, it's like 200 views. Come on now.
Well,
Okay.
to be fair, I assume it might be because a lot of people are either listen to it when it came out or
Yeah,
are listening to it on Bandcamp.
that is true. Your watch still on Bandcamp? True though. Let me see. How many Bandcamp plays you've got? Let's see.
Let's see.
Since the album came out, 908 plays.
Wow.
That's not bad. Whoa. Okay. Now I feel
that's
better.
not.
Whoa.
I mean, yeah, that's not bad for like a week.
Well, okay, 53 complete plays on Love in the Time of Discord, 60 complete plays on Cross. That's pretty good. Wow. That's better than most of my Zonze Rans albums, actually.
Uh,
Which people still listen to. I check the stats every once in a while. People still listen to this album. That's great.
I forgot. I forgot that I made my review for Dysfunctional Bunny Girl. Just bunny, 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 bunny.
Bunny. Bunny is the Bunny album.
Bunny.
Best. That's the only review you can make.
There's just Bridget's review, which is just loud and good.
Loud and good. I wonder who made all the guitars in the album loud as fuck. It's really not me.
Hmm.
Shit. There is also in the radio music page. There's a just this review by a Russian user, written in Russian. It just says like cool emo noise pop album. This is this one random review. Um, I wonder if I can show it. Okay. Browser capture, window capture, and get get this one.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I forgot about Bone Size Ready.
That song is the best song of our time.
Okay. I should probably explain Bone Size Ready to the the people in the chat. Bone Saw is Ready.
It's a song by Music
is
Afron. It's a song you should go listen to it.
Yeah. Basically, Muzak Efron. By the way, excellent name.
Yeah, I was about to say that's a very interesting name.
Is a person by the name of Cadence. So it was like an actual like IRL friend of mine. Like for a long ass time, I would always go down to their house every Saturday and mess around with modular synths and Game Boys and shit. It was great.
Amazing.
Her house is where I first watched K-On!
Yeah, I've been. Did you know I've been rewatching K-On! It's great. It's so good. I can. That's my comfort show. I just watch it whenever I feel like shit.
I'm still thinking about when you just sent me that message. It's just, hey, you're Yui, right?
Yeah, I did. You're literally Yui from K-On! You're the autism girl.
Yeah. But yeah, I basically it's an IRL friend of mine, and she just happens to be like a chiptune musician who's been doing stuff for like a long time, but recently she's like moved into more like chiptune emo stuff. And
It's so good. Oh my god, it's the best music of all time. I can't emphasize how good that like DJ mix is. It's amazing.
the new DJ mix. Oh wait, no, the
No, you know one you sent me. It was
oh
like a
yeah,
live mix, but it's not. It's like it says it's a live mix, but it's clearly just like a normal album that has like just this weird footage to it, which is like even better.
yeah, yeah, like the I still remember showing you the video, that video, and you were just like, holy shit, the Haruhi bass.
The Haruhi bass, yeah.
The best part is that I have personally played that bass.
Really? Do you know how to play bass, or did you just make a note?
I just tried it out.
Oh, nice.
I would
I
like to learn how to play bass though. I probably
I am so jealous.
I could I'm considering becoming a drummer.
You want to become a drummer? That
Sure.
is very you. You are a drummer, yeah. I actually I played drums. I played a little bit of drums for music class in middle
Hmm.
school. That was the thing I did. It was fun.
In middle school, I played trombone.
Well, trombone is hard to play. That's cool.
Oh yeah, there's a reason why I quit after sixth grade.
I remember I used to play drums in middle school, but I quit because they also wanted me to play the xylophone, and I just didn't want to play that. I just wanted to play the drums.
You didn't like
So I never
xylophone?
continued it.
Xylophone is pretty cool.
I mean, to be
It's
fair,
cool, but like I just wanted to play the drums, not
Yeah,
anything else.
drums are so
I,
cool, yeah.
I mean, sure. I mean, sure. It's no glockenspiel, but
Well, it actually was a glockenspiel.
oh,
Glockenspiel is the best instrument. Just
glockenspiel.
like the top three instruments are like number one is saxophone and number two glockenspiel and the number three is like the palm muted notes on an electric guitar. I love those.
I
Yes,
my favorite instrument is the glockenspiel.
glockenspiel is so nice. It's like so tingly and bright. Like obviously Jeff Rosenstock is I feel like the one that comes to my mind because he uses it a lot in his like pop punk songs. It's such a good idea. That's why I use it in my album. I use Glockenspiel. There's one in Love in the Time of Discord. There's one in there's another one. Is it I'm trying to think. Is it You Still Believe in Me? I think it's You Still Believe in Me. There's one at the end. It's playing along to the fucking guitar. That's a very Jeb Rosenstock song. That's a bomb the music industry song. Anyway,
Well,
yeah,
I love Bond the music industry.
I made a bomb the music industry album. That's what the new album is. I made a bomb the
Yeah.
industry album, and it's also Rivers Cuomo wrote songs on it, and also they're playing Mad Rock Lips. That's the album.
To me it like the way that I would describe it is the way that I would personally describe dysfunctional bunny girl is if Classic J from Glass Beach just continued to make Casio Dad songs, but got Noko from Shinsei Kamate-chan to do vocals. That is the way that I would describe it.
It is a Casio Dad album. It's Casio Dad is probably more influential to me than Glass Beach, which people have noticed the Glass Beach influence. But I love Glass Beach, but I cannot arrange songs like that unless I get like a horror band and a trumpet player and a saxophone player. Or until I get a ska band, I'm not gonna make a Glass Beach album. Because Glass Beach is like a ska band that doesn't play ska songs. They should make a ska song. Anyway,
Uh,
it's
uh, uh,
it's yeah.
if you want to see like a big ass ska band, my other partner's band, Floral Tattoo, it has like what, like 7 or 8 members now.
Yeah, I've heard the new song they made because you sent me. It was really good.
Yeah,
So it's more like a casual that album, yeah, because of the chiptune thing and the emo thing. Um, except on my album, the drums don't sound like ass. So I fixed that. Um, and obviously, Classic J is a lot better of a singer than I am. But you are right that I sound more like Noku from since I come out this and they are more my model for singing.
oh yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. Like I remember seeing someone who like I don't know if I can find them, but like they I remember like seeing them like like just say that your vocals were garbage, and then I went to their
Yeah,
and then I went to their
write you music.
and they had Sumane 5, and I'm like, how?
Um,
It's the same style.
I think my vocals a little closer to like on this album. It's like a little closer to like Jeff Rosenstock because and he's also not very good at singing. Jeff Rosenstock is very popular. People love his shit for very
Yeah.
good reasons. So I feel like I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like there's like two big reasons for it. Like one is because they're racist. They're being racist.
Oh,
I
100%.
think racism is a big part of this. One
Oh,
okay. I feel mean because they didn't even mean anything bad by this, and like there's just they like my music, but I was talking to this one person who likes my music, so I told them, hey, I made a new album, so they were like, oh, I have to check it out, and they started listening to it, and you know what they told me? They told me I don't like your accent. That's what they told me.
what?
Mm.
I was like, okay, could you have picked a less racist way to tell me that?
Could you like just tone it? Just tone it down. Just
Like,
you're at like a 9. Bring it down to like a 3, maybe.
yeah, I would have felt better if they just said I don't like your voice, I don't like your singing. I mean, that would be better than I don't like your accent.
I
What?
spe- yeah, because like out of those 3 words, an accent is the thing you have the least control over.
Yeah, I can't control my accent. I mean, I can if I spend like a few years on it, but I don't want to do that. And I like my voice. I mean,
Yeah.
I think my voice is great. Like if you say I don't like your singing, I'm like, okay, that's fair. It's not gonna be for everybody. Like I will also say like, well, a lot of people sing like this. It's not just me. Like there was someone on radio music who was like, I mean, not just someone, like everyone always says like the vocals are a little bit too much, like the singing, like it's way too off key. It's like you have like fucking like brave little abacus in your 10 out of 10s. Listen to that guy sing, okay? That guy's voice is way more annoying than mine.
I mean, like, I'm not like trying to like throw shit at bands, but like,
Yeah,
have y'all ever heard Prince Daddy and the Hyena?
yeah, they're great.
But like that album, Cosmic Thrill Seekers.
Oh, great album, amazing album.
I
I
mean,
have to listen to it
yeah,
alone.
yeah, it's a great album, but like the vocal, like the vocalist is just and like just like fucking.
It's like every emo band, like every emo vocalist has a voice like that. It's like the only difference, okay, two differences is that one, they're white, so they don't have the accent issue, and the
Yeah,
second thing is
Supposedly.
they're white.
that yeah, they're white, and the second thing is their voices are really like whiny and yelpy, and my voice is like deep and baritone, and like
Yeah, like they're white. They're from the Midwest. They're
yeah, true. That was so. That was I was like so drawn off, and that was so funny to me after I thought about it. It's like,
Yeah.
but I do genuinely feel like a lot of people are just not saying it out loud. I mean, a lot of people
Yeah.
hear the way I speak and go, "Oh, what the hell," you know?
Oh, what? This person isn't white. Ah!
No fucking way, dude.
Okay. Before you can release an album, I'm gonna have to ask you to start being white, please.
It's so funny because over the years, my accent has become Americanized. Um, like I say, like instead of better, I say better. Which I hate myself for. I should stop doing that. but
You
but
just race swap real quick.
race swap.
I need to
White
measure your skull.
white face.
Yeah, 1 second. Let me get out the phrenology tools. I got to make sure you do this before I listen to your album.
Ah, shit.
Let's check the length of your brow.
um
This is so stupid.
yeah, I do feel like it's a little unfair. But like I do
Yeah.
get why people don't like the vocals. It's like always
Yeah.
it's always the thing that people say. It's always the thing.
Yeah,
Like
because
big, everything else is great, I know. Um
yeah.
that's why last year, when I made the album a month, I tried to get a lot of people to sing vocals on my songs because like I think it was Bridget who was like who said like one of my limitations was that I am so insular. I don't work with people enough. She said like you should. But at that point, when she had heard my music, I had already made the albums. Like I can't afford therapy. She was just listening to my a few of my older albums. But she said like, I think you should like make songs with other people and like get them to sing on it. So I told her to listen to the I can't afford therapy album where I did that. Like that's like her favorite album from me. And I get why that could be your favorite because it's like the Cecily Renns album, uh, where it's like very detached from me, from myself. It was John J. Ren's album. It was a John J. Ren's album. You like the vocals? Thank you. I like the vocals too. Okay, I like the vocals. I like how I sound. I like that I sound like Noku and Jeff Rosenstock. I like that because I like those singers. I think they sound great on their albums. Can't even hear what's wrong with their voices either. Like I'm the same way with like Jeff Rosenstock. Like, I can't hear what's wrong with his voice, and a lot of people don't like Jeff's voice. Actually, it's just a thing people complain about a lot, like that he screams and just like he's like whiny. It's like that's his thing. That he screams all the fucking all the lyrics like. So that's what I did in my album. Like that part in the worst where I go because when I'm unhappy, I feel I can't trust me. I'm putting on like a Jeff Rosenstock inflection there. Inflection is that a word? Like his voice there. I'm trying to sound like him. Yeah, I can like I think most people who like my music are like people who are more used to this kind of weird voice, like fans of bands like Sensei Kamata-chan and other bands. Um, but I like it's so hard actually because uh it's like the first thing, it's like the only thing you really hear, like, it's like the vocals are the most core part of your song. That's what people are really gonna latch on to. So I feel like that's why for a lot of people it's the deal breaker, is the vocals in my songs. So that's why when people tell me that, I try to tell them like, yeah, I made albums where I'm not singing. There are albums I made where like other people are singing on it. You should go check those out. I think they're great. I think they're still great. Like there's a fucking Lily of the Valley. Lily of the Valley, great album, amazing album, great record. I'm very proud of that album. You can go listen to that. That's what they told me. Oops. That's my voice on the stream. Great record. Oops. Yeah, keep talking.
Plus also, I mean, I would argue that, like, if you don't like Cecily's voice, which I mean, I love Cecily's voice, but
Thank you, darling.
But like, the Unpop trilogy, has a like very, like very like thick, like vocoding on.
Yeah, the first Unpop album has some pretty unlistenable vocoder on it. I think like I did the vocoders because I wanted to get actual two vocalists on it, but back then I was 17 and I couldn't talk to people, so I didn't do that. So I used vocoders instead, and I also thought vocoders would make my bass singing a little bit better. But I didn't mix them in well, and like on pop there are two voices. There's Anzai and Emma, and Anzai is like the main main POV. So it's most of the album is sung by Anzai. And Anzai's voice is like I made this like really weird, deep sounding voice for her, and because I want you to imagine that she has like a deep husky voice. That's what I want you to imagine.
Sorry, it's just
Yeah?
I had never heard Anzai's name pronounced before.
Yeah. What did you think?
I've thought that it's pronounced Anxie for years.
Anxie.
Yeah.
No, it's like anxiety. It's not a real name. It's a nickname. People call her Anzai because it's anxious. That's. I was gonna put a line about that, but it was a little too on the nose. Yeah, it's Anzai like anxious. Yeah. That's so funny, and Angie. I'm sure Emma calls her that. Emma would call her that. They say her name in the album. They say Anzai. It's like the first line.
It is very funny that like you wrote that album and then like 2 or 3 years later we started talking.
Yeah, and you heard it, and it made you trans. It's so funny.
Yeah.
I think I knew about that, and I was like, "Wow, that's cool. That's so cool they did that to somebody." But I didn't talk to you because I was shy. I don't want to talk to people. So yeah, there's Unpop where I think the voices are a little unhearable. So for Heart and Soul, which is the second installment of the trilogy, I guess it's a trilogy now because I'm gonna make a third one day. In the second one, Heart and Soul, I try to make the voices a lot more hearable. They resemble human voices now. Though now I feel like in Heart and Soul the problem is that it's a little hard to tell apart the two voices. They're a little too similar now. I guess it makes sense because to me a lot of boys' voices are hard to tell apart. I have this problem.
Yeah, that's entirely understandable.
I have this problem.
I've been in like calls with like multiple. Yeah, when I'm in, it seems weird because like when I'm in calls with like multiple women, it's very easy to tell like who's who. But if I'm in a call with like multiple men, it's like, oh.
It's the white men voice. It's the white boy voice. It's like
yeah. I mean, you might get like one British guy here and there, but like
that feeling when a British person comes on chat.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh no! The British are coming. The
I
British are coming.
I forgive the British for their colonialist atrocities.
Yeah.
Uh,
I forgive. I, I forgive
I forgive Queen Elizabeth the third.
the.
The
I forgive.
third.
I forgive Queen Elizabeth II for
It's the second. I didn't know she was the second. Oops.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's no problem if you don't know. In fact, I
I
honestly
had
Yeah,
think it's
it doesn't
better if you
matter.
don't know.
that became funnier because I said the third
Yeah.
of Adara.
Queen Elizabeth III coming this month.
Coming to theaters.
Coming soon. Queen Elizabeth III. Hi, I'm Tim Rogers.
And you are watching Queen Elizabeth the third.
You've seen the first two.
The trilogy.
Now watch as Tim Rogers ventures into Queen Elizabeth III.
Inside.
It's just like a magic school bus type thing where like he just ventures inside of Queen Elizabeth III's body.
He tries to like cure her of
I've had to read the Magic School Bus books again for my job. I have a part-time job. I
Oh
I
Oh,
read
have you
yeah.
have you seen the theory that Miss Frizzle is trans?
Okay, I have not, but I thought about it. I've already thought about it myself.
No, the theory is that you know, what's the word? The name Fritz, I think it is. The guy
Yeah.
with the curly hair.
Yeah.
The theory is that Miss Frizzle is Fritz from the future, who went back in time to teach herself as a kid to have fun.
Oh, oh. Okay, that makes sense.
well, that absolutely makes sense. Yeah, perfect sense.
Yeah.
Yep.
Was Miss Fraser LGBT? This comes up when you Google Magic School Bus. In the next Netflix's reboot of the series, Miss Fraser is officially queer. What?
Nice.
They made a
What?
reboot? What the fuck?
I think like Lin-Manuel Miranda did like the the vocals in the opening song.
No,
I can't
no.
believe that fucking shithead. Oh my god.
Oh, for fuck's sake, fucking Lin-Manuel Miranda.
I like Hamilton. Hamilton's okay. Hamilton's pretty good.
Hamilton has brought only two good things into the world. Aridin, like Aridin Ampora animated music videos made with You'll Be Back, and Davi Diggs from Clipping getting a decent payment every month. Like that.
Is
Like,
that a
those
thing?
are the-
Is the Aridan thing a thing?
Oh yeah, but people have used Aridin. Sorry, I just got an email.
I do not want to watch that, but now I'm morbidly curious.
Yeah, just search Aridin Empora, You'll Be Back, and you'll find something.
Obviously. Oh my god, of course. I like a few songs from that musical. The Room Where It Happens, that's a good song. Non-stop, I love that one. Pretty some good songs.
I can't
Good musical.
hear. I can't hear The Room Where It Happened without thinking about that fucking meme video. That's just.
What meme video?
It's just like someone singing in a Lin-Manuel Miranda voice. Just, if I can prove that I never touch my balls, will you?
It's not that song. It's another song in later in the musical, but yeah, true though. That is such a convincing Manuel Miranda voice.
Oh, I didn't even mean to do that. If I can prove that I never.
Yes. Oh yeah, like I was saying, so I've had to read the Magic School Bus books because I have a part-time job at an English teaching school where I read books to toddlers. That's
to the children.
to children. I have to go do that tomorrow. Actually, I have Saturdays. Saturdays are work days for me, but Fridays aren't. Um,
Hmm.
I've had to do that, and I've read some of the Magic School Bus books to them. Um, now I always tell them, "Hey, Magic School Bus, this is my favorite. This is my favorite series because it was. I love Magic. I love reading Magic School Bus when I
Great.
was a kid. Um, some of them are truly fucking weird. It's some fucking weird shit. Oh my god. Hello, Arma. Arma is in the chat.
Hello, Alma. It's we're discussing Magic School Bus because we are like 14 tangents deep.
This is like a podcast basically. It's great.
Yeah, it's like a podcast, except you guys could yell at us.
Mm-hmm. The album, by the way, Dysfunctional Bunny Girl, out now on Bandcamp and YouTube. You should go to the YouTube upload. I'm gonna
Out now.
yeah,
out
out
now.
now. You can listen to it.
You can buy it on mini disc.
I wish it was a mini disc. I wish an album.
Yeah.
Okay, if you run an indie label, I can give you like a few $100. Okay, I let make a mini disc for me so you can ship it to people.
Like I'm trying to like. There's only one label that I know of that does mini disc releases.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
Needle Juice, right?
Needle Juice Records, yes.
Needle just needs to fucking contact me. They're missing out.
I would if Needle Juice ever did come out with a Cecily Renns vinyl, I would
Oh
cry.
man,
Uh,
I feel like that will happen someday.
Oh, thank
Someday.
you. I hope so. Thank you because like I love Needle Juice. You know, I'm in the Discord server. I love Icosahedron. That girl. She
yeah.
makes great music. I've actually known her music for quite a few years before she got on Needle Juice. It was very cool to see her.
Yeah, I have every CD that she's ever released, apart from this one CD she put out for like an Avenue Minecraft concert that I have
Nice.
not been able to find.
Oh man, I know how that is.
I also love Josh Face, who is not on Needle Juice, but he is a mod on their server.
Yeah, and he's also he also took over Hidden in the Sand, the Tally
Wow.
Hall.
Yeah.
He's such a cool guy.
The website's back up now.
I've talked to the guy a few times. He's cool. I was actually gonna make a song with him, but that didn't end up happening.
Yeah, but I feel like because we mentioned Tally Hall and Hidden in the Sand, I feel like we should just take a second to say rest in peace, Cos Baldwin.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
He was a great guy. Such a cool guy.
Yeah.
Such a cool fucking person.
Oh yeah, he was great. Speaking of Tally Hall, my Good and Evil CD shipped today.
Wow. I was listening to that album yesterday.
Man, it's such a good album. Just like from start to finish.
It's like it's there Abbey Road. It's so good. It's like just flows. Oh my god.
It's like it's like the album where they went like, okay, we're done goofing around with like
Yeah,
weird
yeah.
Weezer, with like weird Weezer pastiches and Banana Man.
Like they were trying to write seriously complex pop songs.
Yeah.
It's great.
And
Yeah.
some people don't like it because they think that it's boring.
And some people like the silliness they had, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
like-
the first
like-
time I listened to it, I just like I listened to it right after listening to Marvin's, and I was just like, okay,
It's
there's
totally
some
different,
good songs
right?
on it.
Yeah, totally different vibe.
Yeah.
some people think that Good and Evil is boring. I think that those people don't deserve the right to vote.
I think their face is boring.
Their face is boring. They smell bad.
Like, if you like Tat Hero because of like really love everything and like Banana Man, then yeah, you wouldn't like it. But if you like
Well, I
them
mean,
because of like Spring and a Storm and Good
Oh
Day,
yeah.
like
Yeah.
those are
yeah,
more good and evil sounding tracks from Marvin.
if you like Ruler of Everything, just listen to Hawaii Part 2 and Joe Holly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a Joe Holly song, and that's not even a Tat
Yeah.
Hero song.
Yeah. I think it's like the first song he ever wrote or something like that.
Whoa, yeah, that if that is true, he
I'm
made
not.
it.
Don't like trust me about that,
Yeah.
but I think it might be. Or like the first song he ever finished, something like
Mhm.
that.
But Joe Holly.
He's a weird guy. Weird guy.
Weird man. Very weird man.
Anyway, anyone from Needle Juice watching this? Oh, hit me up. Like seriously. I know they know. I know that someone in there knows who I am because I post in their server. I post in their server also I'm friends with Josh Face and Iko Sader. Like they know who I am. That it's very obvious. They just haven't like I guess they aren't into the thing I'm doing, but I know you will be. I'm coming
Yeah.
for you.
No, but yeah, anyways, Tally Hall.
Tally was good. Very cool that they also they do Lemon Demon. That's cool. I wanted to buy a Dinosaur Orchestra CD, but I shouldn't. But shipping is way too expensive. I shouldn't. I should spend money on that.
I bought a Dinosaur Orchestra CD.
Of course you did. You bought everything.
Yeah, I own the first pressing of like
Yeah.
every vinyl release they've ever made, of every Lemon Demon
Man.
vinyl release. I cannot wait for Damn Skippy to come out in 3 years.
Surely it's like next year.
Well, I mean, to be fair, it's like very early in development, if anything.
Yeah, probably. I do wish so like I like mini disc was a joke. If I actually do a physical release, it would be a CD.
It would be an 8-track.
Bridget told me that she can make an 8-track mix of the album if she sends me the files because she has an 8-track mixer. She can actually
What?
make
That's
that.
insane.
Yeah, I might put that on. If she does that, I put that on YouTube. Hey, Q is here. Q, the cat girl. Hello. Many cats in the chat tonight.
Yeah, we got
Script. We got Script and Keo. I guess Frisk to some extent. I don't know. Lots of cats in the house in the chat.
Yeah, all I have to say is to that is
Is there a cat thing?
what going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. You are also a cat, so that you also count. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm more of a guinea pig nowadays,
Yeah.
but also I'm a cat.
True.
Uh,
I want to do a CD run. I think that would be cool.
I'm sorry, but I'm being called. I gotta go.
Okay.
Oh.
See you
Bye.
later.
Bye.
Good night. I love
Bye.
you.
I love you too, Cecily. Bye, chat.
Yeah.
Bye. Bye, Red Rax. Bye.
Bye.
It's just us now, Rex.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever really talked to you one on one.
Oh, that's true. That is true. Yeah, we haven't. How are you doing? Are you having fun? Having fun on the stream?
Yeah, yeah. Although I don't really know a lot of the bands you guys are talking about.
Yeah, you're more into like probably like
A
homes.
lot of the music
A
a
lot
lot
of
of the
you,
music I've listened.
yeah,
Um, a lot of the music I've been listening to has just been like instrumental electronic music.
like video game
But
from video games.
uh, well, I've been trying to branch out from video games like Boards of Canada, Aphex Twin,
Oh,
One Under
oh,
Sprint Never.
oh, sick. That's fucking cool. I have to listen to FX. And actually, I don't really listen to a lot of music like that. So you should tell me some. You should recommend me some shit.
Aphex Twin is really interesting. I've been like researching him a bit, and like just the stuff he says in interviews is
Oh
insane.
yeah, I read an interview. I read an interview where he talks about Bjork. It was very interesting.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Have you seen that one? It's like it talks. I can't remember it very well. Well, he talks
I
about.
think if I remember that Bjork said something about him that he was like really influential, and he was like he really liked that.
Yeah, and he met her, and like, and he in the interview asked, I think, like, why haven't you made a song with her? And even though you guys are friends, and he said like that it's because like she's like I think it was something like she's too much of an artist. I think that's basically like Bjork will Bjork will work with people, and she will work with anyone, like indie artists, or
Oh,
really any or like popular artists as well. And she will only do it if she genuinely thinks their music is really interesting and brings something to her. Um, and he kind of analyze it in that perspective, and compare to like uh other pop stars, like I don't know which one I forget which pop star he used as an example.
I think he was probably talking about Madonna because I remember that
Yeah, it was
Madonna
Madonna.
wanted him to like
Yeah,
do a
Madonna.
remix, and he just said no, I'm not doing that. She just doesn't. She just wants me because I'm popular.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said Madonna is someone who just picks indie artists, be to increase her brand, like to make her
Yeah,
seem
yeah.
cooler. So he didn't want to work with Madonna, and opposed to that, Bjork is like, to someone who really likes music. Um, I still forget he did make a song with her. I think he did. Um, I need to listen to FX, and he seems cool. He
Yeah,
sounds like a cool guy.
yeah. There's just one track by him that I've been obsessed with. It's from from like a compilation album called Aphex Airlines. I've been
If
obsessed with the song because it's apparently Virgin Airlines contracted him to write a song for an airline commercial. It turned this song in, and if you listen to it, it's I don't know how to describe it, just like disturbing noises for 6 minutes. And he said it's supposed to sound like what a what a jet engine feels when it takes off.
I love that on the airline immediately knew that he would be the right fit because he is. He makes airplane music.
Yeah, they didn't accept the song though because they thought it was too disturbing.
Yeah, probably. That's too bad. He made a good album out of it though. Dinosaur Orchestra Supremacy for Excess. That is my favorite Lemon Demon album. Have
It
you
is really good.
Dinosaur Orchestra? Yeah, it is. Dinosaur Orchestra is probably my favorite album of all time.
Oh
It's
man, I'm not.
yeah,
I don't know what my favorite album of all time is.
yeah. It's a little hard. Like mine also changes. Like I have like a top five, and they all become my favorite of all time every once in a while.
Mine would probably still have a Homestuck album on there.
Yeah.
'Cause
I mean, for me, Mobius Trip would come up high
yeah,
in the list.
yeah. I
Spirit
don't
Phone
know.
is not my favorite actually. I have not
Spirit
listened
Phone?
to Spirit Phone is Spirit Phone is it's a perfect album. It's a perfect pop album, but I don't actually listen to it uh often. I don't listen to it like casually a lot. I feel like some
I definitely do. I think it's actually a lot better than Dennis Orchestra. I'd probably put that over Dennis Orchestra,
yeah, it makes sense
actually.
because the
But
songwriting, the production, it's all like near
yeah,
at the
yeah.
top of his game. Um, that's why it kind of fatigues me to listen to it often, and I like the quirkiness and the fun like nature and the youthfulness of the earlier albums. I've listened to the earlier albums a lot more.
See, I haven't listened to anything earlier than Dennis Orchestra yet. I've
Oh,
been meaning to, but I just like
well, there are
never got around to.
there's two good albums and two bad albums. The first two albums he made were bad, and Hip to the
Yeah.
Java Bean was the first good album he made, and he still has some dodge on it. It's like it's not a perfect album. It's still like immense improvement in the songwriting department. And Them Skip Beats is great. Them Skip Beats also. Them Skip Beats like peak early era Neil Ciceriga is like the guitars and the kind of bad vocals because his vocals are it's not up to well back then. Like in on Spiritful he sounds a lot better. Um, probably took lessons or something. Them Skip is a great album. I do love that one. Probably more than Hip to Ever Been. And there's also View Monster. View Monster is great. View Monster
Oh
is
man, yeah.
View Monster is I think w- might be his like most so one of the his most accomplished works. Like I think conceptually it's the most he's accomplished. Like
I think
it's
it's pretty good, but I think it's also a little. Some of the songs are a bit hit or miss for me. Like
yeah, me
Spring
too.
Heeled Jack isn't really that great.
Yeah,
It kind of works with the rest of the album, but it's not something you can like listen to outside of it.
yeah. I also don't like the man in stripes and glasses. I don't like that song. And
Kind of
Marketland.
like it. I
Yeah,
like Marketland.
yeah. But I do. But the songs like Amnesia was her name, and the
Yeah,
only
yeah.
house
My
that's not on
sister,
fire yet.
that one's really good. My sister really loves Amnesia was her name. She's like one of the reasons I'm into
Nice.
Neil Zestrega.
Have you seen the animation that Puss made?
Oh, I have. Yeah, yeah.
It's so cool. Also my favorite Lemon Demon song is probably The Machine from View
The
Monster.
Machine.
I
Yeah,
made a cover of that. Not a very good cover,
yeah.
but
I haven't listened to that yet.
the cover,
Yeah.
it's okay. I should make a better one that doesn't sound like that. Um,
But I do really love the machine. I just love that idea of just like creation for creation's sake.
it's a song about art. It's
Yeah.
a lot of new songs are like that. It's about a silly thing that represents something else. And the machine is like the most explicit about it, I think. And
Yeah.
I think it's like the best lyrics he's ever written. It's such a it's
Doesn't
a
do anything.
it doesn't do anything. That's oh my god, it's so good. I'm obsessed with that song and the lyrics of it. Um,
I do just really love like lyrics that are just like so just contradictory, just like so
yeah,
I get like bold if they just say this doesn't make sense.
yeah. That's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of it. That's what it says. Oh my, it's so good. And it's like I think I like art about making art. It can be a
Yeah.
little circle jerky, but you can
Yeah.
make it into something really beautiful as long as you aren't like fucking stroking yourself off too much. I Pristic is listening to the machine right now. Very nice. Uh, what is that album? Instead of fucking the Mountain Goats album, it's a Mountain Goat. That of course, of course, of course, the Mountain Goats album is your favorite. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be mean. Um,
I can't really say anything. I've never listened to the Mountain Goats.
me neither. But
I have like
Alma loves them, so I need to listen to them.
I'm very weird because I have like I only listen to like a very specific set of artists, and I don't really branch out of that.
I
And
try
I
to
also have
branch out. Now that I have more time, I'm trying to listen to more music.
like I branch out, but I have this weird thing where I for some reason I need to listen to like an artist's discography in order on Spotify. Like
That's a very
I won't.
compelling urge. I understand it.
Yeah, it's it's just a weird thing I do.
Especially if I feel like I'm gonna love an artist, I also do that.
Yeah, and I mean it can be tough sometimes just to, like listen to the first like because the first few albums can sometimes be pretty rough. Like talking about King Gizzard earlier, though, like the first two albums aren't that good.
Oh
Like
really?
there's like they're like they're like garage rock, so they're meant to be pretty rough. But
Why is the lizard wizard do that? He shouldn't have done that then. He's the lizard wizard. Oh yeah, they don't have a high score in reggae music. Wow. They made 5 albums in 2022. Insane fucking
yeah,
shit. And they're all like different
apparently
genre. Yeah?
they also did 5 albums in 2017. They actually
Oh.
released one of them in like they released one of them for free, which I thought was really cool.
Ooh, cool.
I
Wow,
think
they did.
that's actually how Neil Juice started. The first pressing was of that album. I think it's called like Polygod Will Land.
Oh yeah, I've actually heard of this album. I've seen people talk about it.
I
Hmm.
haven't listened to it yet because it's not in. I haven't gotten to it.
Yeah. Don't they like I thought they just made like psychedelic rock, but apparently like all the albums are in different genres.
Yeah, yeah. Just today, I was listening to what was it? Butterfly 3000. That's a really good album.
Ooh.
I just couldn't stop listening to it.
Let me see. Butterfly 3000. Oh, it has psychedelic pop, neo psychedelia, sunshine pop,
Yeah,
synth
yeah.
pop.
That one is psychedelic pop.
Okay, I'm probably gonna
It
like this one. This one looks like it's gonna be my favorite. I like those
it is
genres.
it is really good and it's really catchy. It has a really good just like opening song. I love when albums have that just like
Huh.
immediate. That's something that immediately hooks you.
Yeah. So I haven't listened to King Gizzard because I thought they were just like a psychedelic rock band. But if they made a pop album, I have to listen to this. Yeah, I only listen to albums. I don't listen to. I mean,
Yeah,
sometimes I listen to random songs. Sometimes I like listen to like a playlist that YouTube made me, or like a Spotify playlist. Like very occasionally, if I think it sounds interesting. Um, and also I can discover some new music that way. Um, but if I do discover like a song that I like in those playlists, I will listen to the album it's from, because to me, listening to the album is like not the intended, but like the way you're supposed to hear them. You know, like I feel like there's a very big difference between listening to just one song and listening to that song in the context of the album.
yeah.
I always try to write songs that only really make sense in the context of the album that I'm writing for. Because to me
I
they all
mean,
form a story.
I feel the exact same way. Mostly just because of you, because
Yeah.
you said that, and I just like
Mm-hmm.
was like,
Nice.
yeah,
But there are artists whose intended experience is not the album. Like Nelward, he
Yeah.
just puts out songs. Bill
Yeah.
Wirtz, he only makes songs. He just makes music
Yeah.
videos. I mean, those guys are cool. And with
Yeah.
those guys, I don't listen to the albums because they don't make albums. I mean, Nelward made a new album, but I feel like
He
Nelward
has
the
like
songs are
2
not.
or 3 EPs.
Yeah, he just makes EP. Like it feels more like he just makes a bunch of songs and he makes videos to them. Then later he puts them
Yeah.
into an EP. That's what it more feels like. Instead of him like
Well-
writing it for an album.
No, well, he did. I thought the EPs he's done have been pretty cohesive. Like Eat
Yeah.
Your Dreams, the new one.
The
What's it called?
Lucid Dreams is good. Lucid Dreams has a
Yeah, Lucid's great,
doesn't
yeah.
that have a fucking Smash Through? I love that song. That's my favorite.
Oh
song
yeah,
from him.
that's on. What's it called? Not a true Nelward fan. I can't remember the name.
Yeah, one of
Is
his
it?
one of his EPs, but it's great. So his best song is obviously Ghost. That's the
Yeah,
best song
Ghost.
he's made.
And the second best song is Apple Shampoo.
Apple Shampoo is great. That might be my second too.
I think the third best song is Seasons. No, I think Seasons is really underrated.
Oh, really? Okay. I have
Yeah.
to really listen to that one. Never Want to Fall in Love with You. That one's also on my top list.
That one's pretty. I don't really like that one that much. Like I
Oh,
think
really?
it's good, but it's like not my favorite.
Yeah, I just think it's really catchy. That's why I like it.
My dad actually wants to do a cover of it.
Your dad? He plays music?
Yeah, my dad's is a punk musician.
He's a punk
And-
musician? Oh my
No,
god.
he
Link me your dad's band.
he was in a band in Cincinnati in the 80s called Sluggo. His friend, one of the guys in there was actually is actually making like a documentary about it. But it's not gonna.
From Ohio.
Yeah,
I found them on Discogs.
Sluggo.
Yeah.
They just released re-released the album actually on vinyl.
Whoa. Sluggo complete recording.
Is that the CD? The MP?
Yeah, that is a CD that they made.
Yeah, I don't really know much about that. I don't know how that happened. I should ask my dad about that because that doesn't really. I don't
That-
really know.
That's fucking cool though. Oh yeah, I think I can tell who your dad is because I've seen your paper name before. Maybe I
Oh
should
yeah,
have linked this.
Backmeyer.
Oh, you
No,
you're okay with
I
it?
don't care.
Okay, that's nice.
Like I've already posted about my dad before about like
Mhm.
linked. I mean, my name is in my
Mhm.
it's in my YouTube title. So
Oh, okay. So it says Sluggo was a straight edge hardcore band from Cincinnati, Ohio that was together from 1983 to 1986. They
Yeah.
started playing with a thrashy classic DC sound, but evolved into a more metallic band, a la Motorhead. They recently reunited for a show in November 2010. Recently.
I was there.
You're there. You were there. It's like
Yeah.
the LCD Sound System song. I was there. Oh, that's cool. You wants to cover it? Was the call Never Wanna Fall in You by Nerward?
he does want to. I'm not sure that's actually gonna happen though. He said he
Arma is saying DC Sound because she's in DC.
he thinks that the riff, the opening riff, the opening guitar riff is too slow, so he wants to like speed it up.
Oh yeah, punk version. Never wanna fall in love with you. I should make a cover of that song. Fucking Biddy Fox made a cover of that song. Her cover is great. You guys want to hear Biddy Fox's voice?
All right.
Well, I have to ask her if she's okay with it.
So Is she gonna join the stream?
No, she just posted
Ah.
okay. So you guys can hear BD Fox singing.
No, we aren't ghosts, 'cause even ghosts have a home to haunt. No, we aren't ghosts. We open doors and we shed our skins. No, we aren't ghosts. Open your windows and let us in. Still when freezing, we can see our breath. Tom told me that the drive was short, but the tank is empty.
Oh, I don't know what song that is. I'm gonna ask her what song is that. But that sounds great, right? That was Billy Fox, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
My bassist, who you can hear on Dysfunctional BUNNYGIRL out right now. You can hear her voice too. She's singing background vocals all over the place. I Will Be Okay Everything by I don't know what that band name is. The World Is a Beautiful Place and I Am No Longer Afraid to Die. That's the song. That's the band. Okay. I need to hear them. Her vocals are really ghost-like. I guess. Yeah, it's great. I guess it's just because it's the dry voice. I mean, it doesn't have any effects on it. That's probably why. I'm gonna show her what she said about her focus. Yeah, Dysfunctional BUNNYGIRL. You can listen to it. You know, it's great. It's a great album. I'm gonna. Okay. Hey, by the way, like the stream and subscribe to my channel. I have. Did you know I have almost 1,000 subscribers? It's crazy. I don't fucking know how that's happening. I keep getting subscribers, but you are, but you should also listen to the album. That's the more important part than subscribing. But also subscribe. I don't know. If you subscribe and do the bell thing, you get notified when I start a stream. So if you want that, you can do that. How come this chat isn't showing up on stream? Because I forgot to in the beginning. I forgot to do that. You want me to do that now? I can do it now. But we've done like an hour and a half without this chat. I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure if in the vault it is show you anyway. Yeah, can I scroll through it? I don't think I can.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah. Oh, Arma, you're going to sleep? Okay, good night. It was nice to see you. Oh, she's typing something. Also, Billy Fox in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Billy Fox featured in Dysfunctional BUNNYGIRL, the 2022 album by Cecily Renns.
Oh no. Controversial take alert.
Controversial take. Let's go. I love controversial takes. I have controversial takes such as I think Radiohead isn't good. That's my take.
I've also not ever listened to Radiohead.
Good, you shouldn't. I think Bleed Out might be the most Renns-pilled one from what I know about your taste. I know, right? Like I wanted to listen to that one because fucking Bridget linked me one of the songs from it. Bridget linked me what was the one that she sent me? It was from the recent album. It was Training Montage. Training Montage. That was the song she showed me. And I was like, this is great. This song is amazing. It's like it's not like what I associate Mountain Goats with, which is like sad folk music. Is what I think Mountain Goats is. But it was like a pop-up song, so I was like, oh, I should listen to this. This is great. I love this. Yeah, see, there you go. Be said it. Radiohead makes me want to smash a radio on my head. True though. Same. So true, bestie. Oh shit. Oh no. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna try being loud for a little bit. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm gonna be loud. Okay. It's not clipping. I thought I was maybe clipping because I have my PM set way too high on this audio interface. I thought, but it should be okay. Uh, Even though my quiet folk music is really fast. But it isn't. But I like I mean the folk music I like is like folk punk. It's like Andrew Jackson Jihad and like Against Me. That's what I like. I don't know. Uh, I like the high energy stuff. Maybe if there's a Mountain Goats album that sounds like Andrew Jackson Jihad, you should tell me. They are the original folk punk. I can see that. I don't actually know how old they are. No, all of them pre. Oh, okay. I should pick one of them. Andrew Jackson Jihad, pretty good band. I like them. I should send you the best song of their first one. I listened to that after this. Oh, she sent me the thing. It's called "Going to Georgia." So if you want to listen to this song,
Oh.
it's "Going to Georgia" by the Mountain Goats. But I can't play this on stream because of copyright, I guess. Because of Disney. Oh shit. I wonder if I can play my own music. It should be fine because it's not in Content ID. And it's not on
I
streaming
mean,
service.
even if it does, then like you have control over that, right?
I've actually one of my albums has gotten flagged by YouTube before for having my own music in it. That has happened.
Oh man.
And like the only thing was that it put ads on it, which I don't put ads on my videos. That's
But
the
then, wouldn't the ad revenue go back to you anyway?
it would come to me, but I just don't like that there are ads in my albums because it would
Yeah,
interrupt
but
the
like
songs.
if YouTube automatically puts ads on it, wouldn't the ads they automatically put go back to you?
Yeah, it goes
Or
back to
where
the
would they go?
it goes back to the distributor that I used, which is Route Note,
Ah,
and they give me the money. But I don't want money because it's like it barely makes me like $1. So I just want people to listen to the album without being interrupted. I think the album that happened on is Summer Heartbreak, which was a long time ago, and it hasn't happened since again. Oh. Still very funny to me that the Sensei Kamate-chan cover that I made got like 3,000 views. That's crazy to me. Why doesn't my fucking album get that many views? You guys should go listen to the album and please just come to the voice chat. You can join us. We're a little lonely right now. I'm not gonna put ads on this stream. I don't even know if I'm gonna enable like those like super chats because I don't think you even get a lot of the. I think YouTube takes like a big cut.
oh man, yeah.
So you should just buy the album on Bandcamp. Bandcamp only takes like 5%.
Bandcamp is really good. Yeah, that's how I got most of my music.
Yeah, Bandcamp is great. Bandcamp is the best site, I think. And like they still like I mean the fact that they still take money is like I don't think that's like a great thing, but considering what all the other companies are doing, they are extremely generous, and they also do the Bandcamp Fridays thing, which is
Yeah.
really good.
I'm glad that they're still doing that because they said it would be like a COVID only thing.
And they keep doing it, and like there's like no reason for them to keep doing it. Like they are probably doing it out of on a loss, but they still do it. It's like it's great for them. I genuinely am proud of them, and I'm glad that
Yeah.
I'm a Bandcamp. Bandcamp is always Bandcamp is the platform that I always tell people to go listen to my music in. Like I always tell people go to Bandcamp. Don't listen to Spotify. Don't listen to I only post stuff on Spotify and stuff because people ask me to, and it's easier for people to listen there. But like when I have to share
Yeah.
an album with someone, I always link them my Bandcamp. Like my Bandcamp is the intended place where you're supposed to hear them.
Yeah, to me, I just like downloading music and like having it downloaded.
Oh, obvious.
I didn't listen to Spotify for a while because I just didn't want to have it like not downloaded.
Yeah.
But I eventually gave in.
Do you have a SoulSeek?
I do have SoulSeek.
Yeah, that SoulSeek is so good for like downloading stuff.
Yeah.
If you can't
I
find,
don't actually.
if you can't find it on Bandcamp, it'll be on SoulSeek.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like to. I don't. I usually don't pirate stuff because I don't know. It just.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's another weird thing about me. Like I don't think there's anything wrong with piracy. I just I prefer to obtain things legitimately.
I think it's totally fine
What
to
I
like
can.
have like a personal moral quota. I think
Well,
that's fine.
that's only partially true because I did just download Wendy Carlos's entire discography the other day because it wasn't on Spotify.
She's so cool. Oh my god. You can't really
Yeah, I
download
haven't-
the stuff from Bandcamp. Yeah, I mean, if the artist makes it a free download, yeah, you can.
Yeah, if you buy it, if you or if it says,
Yeah, name your
or if it's
price.
to pay what you want. Yeah, I
Or
have like
or you can buy it. Yeah.
a while ago. I just like went through a bunch of artists I was following and downloaded all the albums I could
Nice.
just so I could have them.
That's so based. You should. I think that it's great that you support them like that. I think so. Like the only thing I really spend a lot of money on is it's buying albums from Bandcamp for my friends. I try to do that a
Yeah.
lot. I try to buy my friends' albums because I remember. I distinctly remember how I felt when I got my first album
bet he-
sale. Oh, hello, Bridget.
I am here.
Wasn't I the first one who bought your album?
Yes,
I thought there was one person who did that too.
that was my dad.
Oh, okay. So I remember how it felt when someone bought my album. I was riding that high for at least one more year.
I
So-
think I might have been one of the first people to buy your album, right?
Yeah, you bought I think you bought 2009. That's the song.
I
it?
think I bought a bunch of them.
Yeah, you did buy a
I
bunch of them.
remember.
You bought a bunch of them, which I'm very grateful for. So I remember that, and a lot of times I look at an album and like I try to buy albums that like not a lot of people has bought. Like if it has like 50 sales, I'm gonna be like, okay, this person is pretty popular. They don't need my money. But if it has like 5 sales, I'm like, okay, I feel like, they would be
Yeah.
really happy about this. Like if this would really make their day.
Yeah.
And
It is kind of like gratifying. Like
Mhm.
today, I was like the first person to buy some new music, and just like kind of nice to see my face is the only thing on that on the Bandcamp page. Kind of selfish, but kind of yeah.
You playing guitar?
was Kath by Def Cab for Cutie. I had my guitar for some reason.
Nice.
Nice.
Yay.
I just been fucking with it.
Hello, Mia
I hope I
Kobosuno
wasn't
from that one anime. We were what?
What?
You were what? I was talking to the chat.
Keep going.
But what were you saying?
I don't remember. Keep going.
Oh, okay. People like your song. Yay.
My song?
Yeah, the one you play. Are you gonna play the Mountain Girl song?
Do you want me to?
I want to hear it.
Yeah.
Okay.
By the way, I think your mic is set at pick up the audio. Can
What?
it cuts out sometimes while you're playing.
Okay, let me turn the sensitivity up. Okay, done.
Okay.
That shit. Let me try again. The most remarkable thing about coming home to you is the feeling of being in motion again. It's the most extraordinary thing in the world. So the vocals were supposed to come in, but I missed them. I have two big hands and a heart pumping blood and a 1967 Colt 45 with a busted safety catch. The world shines as I cross the Macon County line going to Georgia. The most remarkable thing about you standing in the doorway is that it's you. And that you're standing in the doorway and you smile as you ease a gun from my hand. And I'm frozen with joy right where I stand. My world frozen light underneath your hair. 40 miles from Atlanta, this is nowhere, going to Georgia. That's about 1/5 as energetic as he plays it on the record.
Man.
That's so good. I love how
Thanks.
that's where you picked up the thing where you go from spoken word to singing.
I think so, yeah. Except he didn't improvise it; he wrote it out.
That's the thing. When I try to do stuff like that, it's all written out, and I feel like it feels so fake. But that's the great musicians. They know how to like make it sound. They can write those parts that sounds improvised. That's the kind of song
Yeah.
I want to write.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I can't improvise. I don't know how to play a song. I should fucking try it though. Fucking.
I mean, I've never written a song, but I've been writing dialogue recently.
Oh
I
yeah,
was telling you about that.
for your book.
Yeah, the story I've been working on. And that's part of it, just making everything sound natural, sound like it's weird because you have to make it sound like it's coming off of your brain, but then it can't sound the wrong way because it needs to sound in character.
Yeah, writing dialogue is it's pretty hard. So I'm gonna write a book. I'm gonna write a book for November.
Nice.
The NaNoWriMo thing. I don't think I'm actually gonna write 50,000 words. That sounds fucking insane.
That is a lot. The one I have is 20,000 words, and that's still like 30 pages.
Yeah, that's a pretty good long length. I mean, 20,000.
It took me like 4 months to write.
Yeah, I mean it's a first story. It's
Yeah.
20,000 is pretty good for a first story. So I'm gonna write a novel because I've written a lot of stories before, but I never finished them.
Yeah, yeah.
I've been writing stories for like 10 years now.
That's why I'm really glad about this story because I actually fucking finished it.
Yeah, I'm so proud of you. That's so nice.
Like
So
it's
cool.
not. It's still very rough. There's like a page-long monologue from a character in the
Aw.
first page that like shouldn't really be there.
I love stuff like that. It's okay.
But I'll probably edit it into like back and forth. Yeah, my plan is just right now to share it with as many people as possible and get feedback, and then just like make it as good as possible. Actually edit it.
The thing about I think dialogue is that like it has to be realistic, but also people like talk. Your streams always put me in the mood to write music. That's what I want. I want them to be inspiring. So you should go and write that song. That's what I want you to do. That's the purpose of
story.
these. Yeah, write that story, write that book. So the thing about dialogue is that they kept to sound like convincing, but not realistic, like per se, because people in real life talk like this. They stutter,
Yeah.
they say and shit. It's like
I think you can make. I think it's just a line. I've always realism, like the line of how realistic something is, has always really fascinated me.
yeah.
Because you don't want something to be exactly realistic. Yet
Yeah.
there is something. I think if it is,
It can't be too awkward, you know. It can't sound like they're like not human. They have to talk like what your imagined concept of a human sound like.
They don't have to sound too human. If you've ever like
Because
I don't know, watch anything where the characters talk like they're in a play,
yeah, I was about to say like Shakespeare.
or like Hunter
It's
Hunter
like-
or some shit.
oh yeah, so like
Or
that
like-
that's what I was
anime.
so that's what I was
Shakespeare
gonna
or
say.
anime.
That's what I was gonna say. Like there's a balance between like sounding convincing and having like depth and meaning to your lines. Because every single I think this is a screenwriting tip, which is that every line of dialogue should in some way move forward the plot or the narrative. That you don't have to do that in a novel, because in a novel the pacing doesn't have to be that fast, and like in a movie every line has to be important because it just has to move
Oh,
along.
yeah.
In a-
Yeah, because you only have like 2 hours for a movie.
Yeah, so in a book you can have longer conversations, right? But in
Yeah,
every
that's what
line,
I do in my story. It's just like tangent after tangent. And that's kind of the point of it.
yeah, that's great. I love stuff like that because like a lot of my favorite books are like that. You know, like Bakemonogatari, Bugipa. A lot of light novels are like that actually.
I'm actually really proud of my book because it goes tangent, 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 and then there's a big event, and it's all
Aw.
focused on that.
I love that. That's so cool. So the thing about dialogue is that it has to like read like it has a lot of meaning and emotions to them in the line itself. That's why I always say like you should just use like said. You should just say said, like he says, she said, instead of coming up with a fun.
That's oh god, that's the thing that's really like annoyed me on this story because it's all dialogue and it's not a screenplay. So I've just been like, I've been using said sometimes, but like I've also been using like announced, responded, replied.
Well, another good trick is to just describe the character's body language instead, and don't even say said at all.
That is the best way to do it. Though again, like it's all in moderation. If you do that, but like if you do it like 10 times in a row, it looks a little awkward. You have to mix
That's a
it.
good technique. I'll have to
So I think the
about that.
best way to do that is to mix that in with said, a few times. But I think so like common words like replied, responded, yelled. I think these are good. But things like announced and exclaimed, I think those are a little too like weird, and it puts attention on that word. It puts attention on
Yeah.
he exclaimed instead of the dialogue. The dialogue should be what's conveying the emotions and the meaning, right? So I
Well, I
think
mean, sometimes you can't do that with just words, though.
yeah, you have to
That's what
like
it's for.
you have to if you say he yelled, you have to add an additional thing that he's speaking in a loud voice. So like
Yeah, I mean, or you could like do it in all caps. I think I did that like once or twice, but that kind of
nice.
looks a little off in like a
fucking
novel.
yeah, because in a book they would just say he shouted or he used an
Yeah.
exclamation mark. That works too. I love talking about writing. Writing is my favorite thing.
Writing is really cool.
Yeah, I love it. I love reading books. I've been reading a book. I've been reading
I
2
have not
books.
been.
Yeah,
Not
I like
reading
writing. I
books
like
today.
writing. I like writing better than I like making music. Honestly,
You like writing more
I
than
do
music?
it more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I put a lot of effort into my lyrics for that reason.
And me too. Like words, like making words sound good is like the
Oh
thing
yeah.
I care about the most in the world. I care about
Well,
it way more
I
than
don't. I don't. Yeah, keep going. Keep going.
Okay, I'll keep going. I love putting together words, like putting together words and
Yeah.
making them flow with one another, and writing good sounding like phrases and with like deep meanings in the shortest amount of words I can use. Like I love crafting sentences. That is like my fucking favorite thing to do. Even though it's very hard, it's way harder. It's way
It
more
is.
difficult than like writing music. Writing music is a lot easier because you can just use other people's songs. You can't use other people's sentences. At least not word for word. On your
Yeah.
songs, you can use another person's melody just
I mean,
directly. You can just do
you can't
that.
use other people's characters. You could make fanfic
Oh yeah, I've done that.
if
I
you
wrote
want.
them.
I've never. I don't really care for fanfic, so I've never really.
I used
read
to
any of
write.
that.
I used to write a lot of fanfics. Then I stopped writing fanfics, and but last year I wrote a whole fucking book about a video game. I made an album.
True.
I made an album too. It was a whole crazy thing. I want to write this new novel mostly because I don't want my most accomplished literary work to be a fanfic about Omori.
Yeah, I can see that.
Are you falling asleep? Good night. Good night, Frisk. Be sure to turn off your computer. Okay, you should turn off your computer or put it on sleep mode.
So what's this novel going to be about?
It's so like your story. I think it's gonna be a lot of tangents and just rambles and just
That's
conversations.
nice.
Because all of my stories are pretty boring. It's like I don't have they don't have an exciting premise to them. Because I just like writing about like real people, like real life people in our world. I just like writing about them.
I'm actually the complete opposite. I mean, I've always kind of hated like realistic fiction.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, it's just to me that's just like I can get that in real life. I need there to be like something like exciting because
I'm a
that's what
combination of both. Where I like to write magical realism and little else.
Magical realism.
If it's fantasy, it doesn't engage me, and if it's pure realism, I get bored.
Magical realism is cool. I've tried to write it a few times. My favorite is book series, which is Boogie Pop, which is like the kind of the progenitor of like urban fantasy novels in Japan. Like if you read like
All right.
if you read like Bakemonogatari, which is like that, where it's like a bunch of supernatural people in a city environment, or Bakano. Yeah, Bakano is too. Or Durara by the same author. Stuff like that is always
Well, what I like is when the realistic elements and the fantastic elements are not different. They're just parts of the same world. It's just a world that's like ours, but a little bit different.
Yeah. That's
Oh,
what I'm trying
yeah.
to do in my story.
The big example I think of that's my favorite is Achewood, which is like it's like our world except that like there's a civilization for cats and the cycle of samsara is real, and like
Cats.
Charles Mingus's cat plays golf, and you can die and come back if you get killed in heaven, you come back to Earth.
Cats.
So basically, real life.
It's like weird. It's weird evolving lore over a fairly realistic setting,
Mm-hmm. This
and
looks
it all just serves to follow like be the themes. The only problem with Achewood is that it's bad. The Achewood is brilliantly written, but it's written by an asshole, and that kind of shows through it.
it looks kind of cute.
I guess, but no, Onstad is a weird dick and
Oh, really?
has some weird opinions and may show
Oh,
a little
does it
bit.
have like weird politics?
Yeah, you ever notice how really smart leftists occasionally are not like intelligence themselves into being like fash?
Yeah.
Just,
Oh,
just,
yeah.
just yeah, it's kind of like that. Except it
Mhm.
was in the early 2000s and internet leftism wasn't really a thing yet. So the people who were like that just were Democrats or whatever.
Yeah. It was a different time.
It was a different time, but like
Yeah.
it kind of wasn't.
I like writing about just pure like it's our world. There's nothing weird going on. It's just a story about this person. They're living a human life. Stuff happens to them, and I like
I
stories
can't.
like that.
Yeah. See, I
Well,
can't deal
what-
with stories like that because it's like these same themes could be expressed with more shit happening.
But I don't like.
For me.
I don't want to write more shit. I just want to write about characters. You know.
I mean, for me, what I like to do is I like have like a fantastical setting, and then I have it just have the characters try to act as realistically as possible in the setting. Like,
Mm-hmm.
just my story is about bounty hunters. What would it really like to be a bounty hunter? What would it really like to have these kind of things happen to you?
Yeah. I just like writing about gay people. That's cool. So this new.
There are some gay people in my story,
Hell yeah!
but it's not like the focus though. That's rather minor.
Are they male or female?
There's a lesbian couple.
Whoa, cool, nice.
But that's a small part. I think I don't remember. No, there's a gay couple too.
Just
that-
the fact that they exist in your world, it's like a great world building thing.
Yeah, actually, that's another thing I've tried to do. I also have trying to have a lot of non-binary characters in my story.
Hell yeah!
Because partially because I mean obviously representation, but also just because I think that's just interesting.
Oh,
See,
obviously.
I think that's just like an interesting thing to write about.
Based.
I guess it doesn't. I guess the non-binariness doesn't really come up a lot in the story itself because it's about bounty hunting.
I think like
I do.
I think it should.
I do want to write stories about being non-binary, about what
Yeah.
that means.
Are you cis?
I mean,
Are you cisgender?
yeah. I was about to say I am cis, so
I
am
think it
cisgender,
should
but
be. I think it should be more normalized for cis people to explore like trans topics and themes, because like if we
yeah.
that's a huge vocal minority, I would say, on like Twitter.com and shit, where like they are like they really gatekeep this shit. They're like, if a cis person writes about trans issues, that's like infringing on us, and it's like that they should stop doing that. That is transphobia and so like that. That just people should stay in their lane. It's like do they not realize how they sound, you know? But like, I think it should be more normalized, forces people to explore these topics, because like it's like one, like not saying that you are, but there's a lot of trans people who still haven't come out, who still identify as cis, and might want to make art and express their transness through art without being outed. Like that is a type of person
Yeah.
that exists, and you're basically
I've
telling
been doing
them,
that for ages.
yeah, and you are telling them to shut the fuck up and bottle it up, basically, and that's fucked up, I think.
Yeah, and there's been like real examples of that that exactly happening, causing harm.
Yeah, and like this, and also the second thing, cis people experience gender dysphoria and like they think about gender. It's a thing that everyone really thinks about.
I think about gender. It's weird. I don't really understand it, but I just like I'm a guy.
Yeah, and they're
I
allowed
guess.
to find that interesting. I think it's I thought it was interesting before I thought I was trans. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's for like being trans to be like a normalized thing. Making art about it should be like a thing as common as like writing about like falling in love with someone. You know, it's core to the human experience, I think. Well, at least the human experience that we've created here. Like gender itself is not a human, like inherent into us biologically. It's a thing we made up. But in this society, it is. Yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, my book. So my book is very boring. So it's about a woman who, and her thing is that she has perfect memory. So that means she remembers everything that's ever happened in her life with a photographic
Yeah.
detail.
That's really interesting.
Yeah, I
That's
actually.
an interesting premise.
And so there's a writer that I'm a fan of called Tim Rogers. He makes videos on YouTube about video games, and he
Oh, I've heard of
actually,
him.
yeah, he has a perfect memory. He actually talks about it in his last video. He talks about how he has a photogenic memory, so he remembers
And
everything.
he's miserable.
He's miserable. He says that it's terrible, and you have to live with the burdens of your fucking past every day. Like he said,
doesn't he have like headaches because of it and shit?
I think so, yeah. And he said like you know how like sometimes you lie in bed and like, or like you sit in a chair and you stare out into the void and you think about some cringy thing you've done like 10 years ago.
Oh my god.
Like those moments.
That happens to me all the time.
Yeah, he says that like if that happens to him 10 times on a single day, that's a good day. He's like he has to constantly remember things. It's and I was reading his essays and I was like, someone should write a novel about this person. So I want to kind of do that. His life is like a fucking fiction. It's so interesting.
Yeah.
I don't want to make it too creepy, so of course, like all the things that happen in the book are gonna
just
be
like
something I thought
fictionalize
about.
it. Have a
Um,
base, and that's. I mean, my story is also inspired by real
mhm.
events,
I
but
think
very
I think
loosely inspired.
I think most stories are, yeah, they are influenced in some way.
It's like a job I had where there was like a place where a lot of people met. I just like thought that was like interesting things happen. I wanted to just capture that
Yeah,
that
just some
atmosphere.
weird people kind of meet in one place. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
very cool. There's an anime I watched. It's called Odd Taxi, and it's about a taxi driver, and like the first like half of the anime is just about like random people who get in this guy's taxi and the conversations he has with them. And they all kind of connect into this singular narrative. It's really cool.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. So that's kind of what I want to do with the book. It's like it's gonna be like a bunch of like anecdotes and like random little event that happened in this person's life that are seemingly totally disconnected. Like it jumps from one plot arc to the next, and at the end it's gonna all like come together into this one
I
kind
love
of
when it does that.
thing. And the central plot line is like this, uh her best friend that she had, her best friend slash crush that she had, um and that person like committed suicide like 10 years before, like when she's
Oh, man.
narrating. So everything that's happened in her life since then kind of like points back to this one person she had in her life. That's kind of what I kind of want to express. How I describe it is like it's a tragedy from the perspective of someone who's already gotten over it. It's about grief, but they are no longer grieving. So it's like they're just kind of recounting the story, like it's to themselves because they
Oh.
have to she has to memorize everything. But that's kind of the story I want to write. That's the idea I had. I don't know if I can actually finish it. I don't think that's enough for like a horror novel. I'm gonna try because like I purposefully like came up with this idea so that I can just basically write any random thing and I can fit it into this book.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so hopefully it's gonna be great. I just really want to write a story. That's what I want to do. I'm like so
Yeah.
tired. Like I'm so burned out from making music.
Same.
I've never made music, but I can totally relate to the idea of wanting to write a story. Before I made a story, I just like I had this idea of like a bar of bounty hunters, but I was like I don't know where to start, so I just started like writing characters that I thought would be interesting, and then once I had enough characters, I was like, okay, let's make a world with these characters.
Nice. I think that's good to start with the characters. Because the characters are I think it's like the most important thing in the book.
Yeah,
It's like,
characters are first for me, and I think I'm actually really good at writing characters.
nice.
For me,
I-
it's just
wait.
like no. Keep going.
The way I write characters is they're all my characters are like I have one world that I write in, and it's this like kind of sci-fi futuristic world where everyone's like a fighter. So all the characters are fighters and they have weapons. And the idea is that I usually like start with like a weapon that the character wields or like a role they play, and then try to be like what character would wield this weapon, or what does this say about them that they're in this role. Like I had one character who's like a cybersecurity person. I was like, what character would be that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We're gonna see.
Yeah, for me, it's like I'm kind of don't do characters a lot. They're like one of the last things I think about because most of the stuff I write about is just like vague manifestations of things that interest me or things that happen to me or like themes I think about.
Oh yeah, so for
And
me,
the characters
for,
are kind of secondary to that.
yeah, for
For me,
me,
the characters are those themes.
yeah, I think I'm like a mix of those because for me, the theme comes first. I think about what I want to write about, what I want to write a story about. Then I write characters that are actors and agents of those themes and the ideas that they represent. So, usually I write like two characters, like one that represents the theme and the second that represents like a counter
The
argument.
foil.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
it's like fucking it's like Hegelian dialectics. That's the thing. The thing we talked about before. So that's kind of how I see it. Like characters are a manifestation of the thematic discussion.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they tend to be the same thing for me, but I do try to think about the themes for it's less about how like the characters I have, they are not like I don't treat them like real human people. Oh yeah, I don't think about them as in like what should I like? What kind of good thing can I do for them in this story? Like I don't think of it like that, or like I don't have fun thinking about my characters and what kinds of fun antics they will go. I don't. That's not a thing I do. I think about okay, what can the character do in the story to help the themes, and that's why one practice I don't get is like the practice of having OCs. It's something that confuses me because to me the idea of having a character that it's not attached to any story that like means something is like I don't understand that part. Like just
Okay, but I've never met anybody whose OC did not have an attached story.
oh really? I because they
Yeah.
Actually, what
they don't write it. They should write it. They should write it and publish it so I can see it. But I can't see
They
it.
are, presumably.
I mean, I am.
Yeah, so
I'm writing the story of Red Racks. I'll be out
True.
2030.
is the important thing is that you keep writing it. You know,
Yep.
but
It'll be a video game.
I don't know. I feel like a backstory isn't like a story that they're in. I feel like you need to
Yeah.
you need to put them in like a comic or a
Like
novel.
a plot.
Yeah, like a plot where they go through like a thing and an arc.
A journey. Yeah, they get changed.
Because usually when I see OC sheets, it just has like they've been through this thing before and they live in this world doing this job. It's like, and when I just see that, it's like, it's cool. It's a nice character design. Love the character design. Great art. Love their look. Love your style. Nice drip. But
That's
like
all my characters except I can't draw, so they're all in my head.
yeah, true. But like, why should I care about them? Like,
Yeah.
what are they gonna do? And why, how can you make me like them? Except for the way that they look. Which two artists is a big reason why they draw OCs is because they wanna practice character designing. And,
Yeah, they're just character designs.
yeah.
Yeah.
So so if I think about it from that perspective, then yeah, I totally understand. I do that, but except I write the characters in my novels because when I write character, I instantly come up with the character design.
Yeah.
I still write the characters from
mean-
the book I'm thinking right now.
A lot of times my characters are based. The personality is based around the character design.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
come up with how they look first.
So sometimes not like I came with a character who has a shield. And I was like, there's a giant shield, and I was like, what would this character look like that has a giant shield? Would
Giant.
they be like?
What would a person with a giant shield act like? That's a good question.
Yeah. That's what I try to do. Or just like, this guy can create fire from his hands. What would he be
Whoa.
like?
Yeah.
And that's actually one of my favorite
Be a
characters.
dick.
You
Because
Oh,
I
yeah,
would be a
kind of
dick
is.
if I
Yeah.
could shoot fire from my hands.
Actually, my idea for that character is that he is that one friend that you have who you're good friends with, but you disagree with them politically.
Yeah.
True.
So he is just that's the idea for that character.
I have like, well, I used to have two, but now one of them is not my friend. We just don't talk about politics.
Yeah.
So Kyo says, when I wrote characters, I think about what the purpose of the character is, like basically what the importance would be in and stuff. And then I think about their personality, then I go from there. All my wishes have a story and a word. Yeah, I think that's a good. I think that's a good
Yeah.
way. You should
mean,
have
like,
a story in mind because it'll make your characters better. Because like think about it, like, don't you want your character to like, if you love your character, if you're in love with your character, you love him or her or them, and you want them to meet their fullest human potential. Why won't you put them in a story where they can grow as a person and become their
Some
true
people
self?
don't have the time to make stories.
Then they should make the time. Making stories is cool, okay?
Yeah.
I like making stories. I think everyone should do it.
Yeah. I mean, to the point, sometimes like when I create a character, I just like have like there's a role I need in the story. Like I need a villain here. I need a character that
Mhm.
is like I don't know, a correspondent between these characters. And then I think like, what's the most distilled version of this character? I try to create a personality around that.
Uh-huh. I think that's pretty good. I think I kind of do that too. Like I try to assign roles and positions to the characters. I always try to have like if I introduce a character, they have to leave some sort of important impact on the narrative. They have to do at least one thing that changes like everything about the story.
Yeah, and that is something that like I still sometimes struggle with. I do have some characters that are in my story that don't um that I think are cool, and I have a cool opening for them, and then I don't really. They just kind
Yeah,
of peter off.
I think it might be.
This is actually not the story that I just published. This is a bigger story I'm writing.
I think it might be better to like just like dedicate one single chapter to just them, or maybe another like another source story, just to explore them.
Yeah.
Because writing an ensemble cast like with a lot of characters is really hard.
Yeah.
That's why almost all of my stories, like at least my recent ones, they have like 2 or like at most 3 main characters.
I wrote for the story I just put out. I wrote 70 characters.
That's
I'm-
crazy. Yeah.
I came up with 70 names at least. I came up with 70
Nice.
names, 70 one-sentence descriptions, about like 20 paragraph-long descriptions.
Nice.
There are a lot of characters.
Yeah, and a lot of writing a lot of characters is really hard because it's hard to make them all be meaningful and leave an impact, and also like be interesting equally.
Yeah. That's one of the problems I had in my recent story about like has this character because they're all in a bar, they're all talking, and then there's more and more characters. So I'm
Mhm.
like, has this character said enough? Have they been quiet for too long? Should they leave at this point, or do I need them?
Yeah, and also in the book, it's a little hard to like make the different characters distinct enough because you can't see their faces. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really have that problem because I try to make my characters distinctive first.
Yeah, that is very
Right.
important. That is very important when you make an ensemble cast.
Yeah. And when you do that, it's good to like create characters around like themes of like colors or motives.
Yeah. I love this
I-
discussion. This discussion is great. I love talking about writing. Oh my god. We should do this more often. There's
I can tell you a lot about
yeah,
that because I have a story that I've been working on a story for 10 years.
yeah. Me too. Actually not 10 years. It's been 6 years. I've been writing a book for 6 years. It's a visual novel. And it's probably never gonna fucking come out. I don't. It's gonna be 6 years.
Same.
Gonna be another 6 years.
Well, this one is gonna come out someday.
Nice.
It's my life's purpose to make this game a reality.
Yeah, mine is
And
also a game, and for me, it's less that it's my life purpose, and it's more that the act of writing this book is like therapy for me. Like
I know exactly.
Yeah, I write the book when I want to like sort out some feelings about something in my life.
Yeah.
So like, if I stop writing, if I finish it, then I'm gonna stop having that outlet. So I'm not gonna finish writing it because it's too useful to me.
Oh, I just remembered. Do you remember that video you did about? It was a promo for like.
Prologue to Actualize.
No, it was a promo for protagonist what was it called?
Oh
Protagonist,
yeah.
Pantagonist. Yeah, we were talking about being a narrative thinker.
Oh my god, I was 16. Okay, please forgive me. I was 16 years old.
Because like I think I kind of I kind of do that the same way. I take my life events and I funnel it. I think of like how can I fit this into Red Racks.
Yeah, I still kind of think like that. I actually told Bridget about this, because she said that to me, or she thinks that to me, art is more important than life. That's the thing she told me.
I did tell you that while I was having a nervous breakdown, so you might want to take that with a grain of salt.
But it is true. I've been thinking about it, and it's like I look at my life like it's art and like it's a story. And what happens is that I reduce the people in my life down to characters, and that's a form of objectification. And so it's like it's not a good thing, but it's not a good thing, but a good thing that does come out of it is that I'm really good at making stories. I'm really good at making art. It allows me to think about life in a narrative, artistic way. I wouldn't recommend it for everybody, but yeah, I've been. That is a thing I said 4 years ago. Oh my god, narrative thinker. You jogged my memory. That's a thing I already talked about. That long ago, 2018. I made that album in 2018. I made these
2018
vlogs.
was 4 years ago.
Yeah, I made these vlogs before the album for like the single releases, where like the videos have like a little monologue I do outside.
I thought those were really cool. Just like a really cool.
I
way to
thought I was being a real artist. Yeah. Oh my god, I should do that, but better. I should make an actual like movie. Maybe I should make a movie. That sounds cool.
Man, that would be cool.
Yeah, 6 people have been just watching us talk about writing and shit. This is very cool. I love that.
Hey, what's the point of this stream?
I was gonna talk about "Dysfunctional BUNNYGIRL" by Cecily Renns, the 2022 album by indie musician Cecily Renns. That's what I was gonna do. But we ended up just kind of rambling for like 2.5 hours. Yeah. I love that I can just open a stream in American time, like Thursday midnight, like Friday midnight. You just open a stream and people will watch us talk about random shit for 2 hours. Like 6 people, at least like 5 people will. I think that's great. I didn't realize that I had such power in my hands, but anyway, hey Bridget.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm awake.
You're awake. Are you gonna go to sleep?
Not really. I don't know. I don't have really anything to say about how I'm doing.
Okay.
I'm awake.
Did you like making the album? You didn't actually. I know that you didn't.
I did not.
Yeah.
I hated making that album, and it was mostly my fault. So it's generally a zero sum interesting opinion, basically.
We'll talk about that later, okay?
Let's not talk about that.
Okay. Are you proud of what you did? Because it's great.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
How do you say that? Kokiri? I'm talking to the chat.
Yeah. My opinion on what I did is that it's not what I would do if I'd made the album, but I didn't. Cecily did.
What? Can you say that again?
My opinion on my guitar parts for the album is that it's not what I would have done, but it's Cecily's album, so.
What would you have done? What would you have done instead?
I probably, like, how do I put this? There will be more fake guitars, as you could have guessed, but also, I would fuck with the guitar parts more to make them sound cleaner, with like time stretching and shit, and like
yeah, I didn't
mess with them. Pitch them around, fucking hold my parts to higher standard, probably, because I listened to Love in the Time of Discord in June and shit and think, man, I should have done more. I should have done it again.
To be honest, I did think about quantizing some of them.
You should have.
Especially like on like I don't want to be mean to you, but like the guitar and Living the Stars. That's a little too upbeat. That's a little too much. and the bass and You Still Believe in Me. I actually did stretch that around a little bit.
Okay, because I already quantized that.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I did think about like just doing that to every song, but one, it would take way too long, and two, it sounds okay. It sounds good. Imperfections are good, you know.
Yeah.
Whoa, Wester in the chat.
The album bump emoji.
Whoa, Kyo, you're gonna make an album? You should show me the songs. That sounds cool.
But yeah, I think that's a really cool idea to have an album and have 10 videos
yeah.
each song.
Are you gonna?
I really like that kind of stuff.
Kyo
of,
makes
like-
Kyo makes Vocaloid songs. So are you gonna make like you make the Vocaloid sing different characters? You should do that. I did that once. It was cool. You should do that because you're actually good at making the Vocaloid sound like people.
Oh, Renz, did you play that
Yeah.
that game? What was it? The
What
Peter
game?
Talisman game?
Peter Talisman? I've heard of it, but no, I haven't played that.
Oh, I was just thinking about that. That's
Oh yeah,
a really
that
good
the album that has the
the album
game
that's
in
a
it.
game. Yeah.
That's such a cool
Yeah,
idea.
it really is, and it's also a really good album.
Mm-hmm.
That's some of the music I really like to listen to. Like the guy behind that, Slugabad. He has some really good music. You guys should listen to that.
That's your idea. Nice. I knew it. Okay. Yeah, I should probably play that. It's like a browser game, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those incremental games, but it has a really interesting story.
Mhm.
It's one of those stories that's more like less about the plot, more about the vibes, which is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I always love those. That's my favorite kind of story.
Yeah. I should read more books. I don't read enough books.
You should read more books. And also,
Oh.
you should read more nonfiction books because nonfiction books can be as interesting as fiction books.
Oh, totally. I've read a ton of like fiction and nonfiction in high school.
I
And
feel like I do really want to read a lot more
Yeah.
fiction though, just so I have a broader
yeah, just go to a
thing to
library.
draw on.
Like, go to a library, like if you
I
can.
do. I have books to read. I just need. For some reason I never can find time to, or
Yeah,
do I
yep.
just like.
Mm-hmm. You have to
I need
make.
to set- I need to. Yeah, I need to make time.
You have to make time.
to read books.
I try to read this book I got. I Boogie Pop Doesn't Laugh. This is one of my favorite books ever. I got it. I got it physically finally. I've been reading this one again. Like on and off on break time at work, and also before I go to bed. You have to pick a little habit of a schedule for yourself, and you won't forget.
I want
That's
a piece of media I wanted to make. What the fuck? What's happening with my computer? Oh god.
Wow, you
What?
sped up. It's like you're an AI glitching out. Are you Robert Bridget? Are we speaking to an AI creation of you?
AI generated.
Hi, AI Bridget.
That's-
I like you better than the real one. Don't tell the real one though.
It's actually another cool thing about that album. All the album art is AI generated, so it has this very like
Whoa.
surreal feel.
I didn't know that, but that's cool.
Yeah, I looked at there's a whole like manifesto behind it of like characters in the universe. It's like I have a shirt from it too, which is really cool.
Yeah, but
That
so
shirt
nice.
is really cool because it has like a fake one of those fake tour dates,
Mm-hmm.
which I always love. I just really love like tie-in things,
Mm-hmm.
tie-in media to albums or to stories or anything. When it's done really well, it just like expands the universe, and I love that.
Yeah, for me, it's like every medium has like it's what it's good at. So I try to like write the same story in different mediums. So
Yeah.
in an album.
Well, that was my computer crashing.
Oh. What are you talking from now?
My phone.
Hello, phone Bridget.
Hi.
You're like you look a little tiny one, like a tiny version of yourself.
What?
You sound tiny. Sound cute.
You're weird.
I'm not weird. You're weird. Your face is weird.
Okay.
You're gonna turn your computer on again.
I'm in the process currently,
Mm-hmm.
but I might also just not come back on stream because like I have nothing interesting to say currently.
I like having you though.
Yep, you do.
Yeah, I do. You're correct. But we should wind down soon.
Hmm.
Shit, it's been over 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what have you talked about exactly?
We talked about writing with Rax. We talked about
A
Tally
lot of
Hall.
editing.
Talked about music before this one.
Yeah. Talked a lot about music when
June was here.
June was on. Yeah.
Hmm.
I wanted to talk about the album, but we didn't really get to talk about the album. We can talk about the album in another stream.
Mm. If you, yeah. Did you want to wait until I got on stream to talk about the album? Because I wasn't gonna come on stream.
I would have asked you to come on stream to talk about the album, yeah. But I woke up
Okay.
at like 10:30 and I had to start the stream.
That's fair.
Also, I don't know when you're up for streams.
It's just like I like streams where things happen.
You like it when things happen?
Yeah.
Things are always happening in my streams. We have tight,
Okay.
interesting
Okay. But
conversations.
what I mean is that it's hard for me to go on a stream that's just like a fucking podcast. I like to be on streams where people are playing video games.
Okay, so I guess next time I try to make a song. I wanted to do that. I wanted to make a song. I wanted to make a
Cool.
song this stream. I didn't do
Why
that
didn't you?
because
Yeah. Why not?
I didn't expect like Rax and June to join like at the very start. I didn't expect that, so
Yeah,
I just started talking to
You
them.
know.
I ruined it. Sorry.
It's okay. It's just I didn't expect that. So I guess this more became a podcast. Next time
You
we'll.
should stream like. You should stream writing a story, like writing your story. I think that'd be really good.
Oh, that's a good
That'd be
idea.
good for NaNoWriMo.
Because you don't really see that.
Zombie Paper, who is my friend, it does that. Zombie Paper does that. They've written like fiction writing streams before. Like they just put on a Google Doc and start writing.
It's really cool.
Mm-hmm. I should do that, but I'm very slow when I'm writing, and also I don't really talk much.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking about like the perfect words to come next.
Yeah, I mean, you could like talk out your writing process. Sometimes it's good to do that. I mean, sometimes
Uh-huh.
it makes it a lot. Like you probably won't get a lot done
Uh-huh.
if you do that, but it would be a lot. I think it would be really interesting.
I think
I agree.
I think I look cooler when I'm making a song. Because people were telling me like, wow, you how do you know how to do all that stuff? I'm like, I just don't think about it. I just know where all the things are.
You can be the same way when you're writing a story.
Yeah, it would be just be words on a Google Doc. It looks cool.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
but there's still like techniques and like
Oh yeah.
how do you know when to put in that character, when to.
Uh-huh.
I
is-
get your
is
point
true.
though. It's not as interesting.
I've been writing for longer than I've been making music, but I think I'm like only like above average at writing fiction. I don't think I'm
It's
that
a
good at
it's a trickier skill to learn, really.
it. So writing is easier to get into, but infinitely harder to like get
And that's
pretty
Any good
good
at
at.
whatsoever.
With music,
Yeah.
like if you practice producing music for like a year, you make a song that'll make most normal people go, "Wow, you're so good, you're so talented." You can make
Yeah,
a
you know.
really nice sounding track. If you practice writing novels for like a year, you're better gonna have like one fucking novel. It's not gonna
Yeah.
be very good. Like,
Yeah.
and also it's harder to tell an average novel from a good novel. It's like such a hard thing. Like with a song,
It
it's very
is.
obvious
It's
when a song sounds really poorly made.
It's opposite for me,
Yeah.
where I treat every song I hear as if every element is intentional. That's a weird habit I have. But also,
Huh.
Mm.
That's
like,
interesting.
I can tell if a book is good.
I mean, I've only ever read like published fiction. So I've never really read like fan fiction or anything like that. So
Me
I don't
neither.
really know that much about about like bad writing.
Yeah, published
Yeah.
fiction is it tends to have a standard level of quality.
Yeah.
But there's kind of like there's sometimes you'll be reading a book and you'll read a passage and go, "Holy shit!" and that's how you know it's good.
Oh, obviously,
Yeah.
it happens all the time.
Sometimes,
It happens when
sometimes you write a passage and then you're like, "Holy shit!" That's
Like-
what-
like when you read a Kurt Vonnegut book. That's like every sentence.
When you read a Kurt Vonnegut book, that happens every 2 sentences.
Also, when you read an Oscar Wilde book, that's the same
Yeah.
thing happens. Oscar Wilde is like fucking he put the essence of the human fucking soul in every single phrase he wrote. Oh my god.
Yeah, you know.
I should
Also, Snow Crash has a weird point, but it's some of the best writing I've ever written because it's just so distinctive and like economical.
Yeah, I really want to read that one. I'm gonna read that one so I can like kind of copy the writing style, because the writing style sounds like it's the best thing. Like the sentence structures. I need to rep that.
Mhm.
I should go to the library. Should go to the library more often.
yeah.
Everybody should.
Everybody
Yeah.
should go to like. Oh my god! If I can rant about this before I end the stream, like I've been in like an Omori fanfic community for like a year now, and the amount of people who have never read a book or don't like reading books who write fanfiction is astounding.
Oh my god.
I don't know why you would write stories if you don't read them.
And I guess these people read out of the fan fiction. I just I never get fan fiction.
Yeah, they read other fanfiction and they think that's the fucking pinnacle of literature. I mean, fanfiction can be amazing. So some fanfics I've read better than a lot of published books. Like they can be really.
I'll
good.
have to take your word for that.
Yeah, there are some amazing ones, but like the problem is most of them aren't. Most of them are really bad. Because they're written by
Yeah.
15-year-olds who don't go to the library and who like
Yeah.
who think they're really good at writing because they got an A in their English class because they wrote a pretty good poem or something.
Yeah, yeah. That's me currently. That's me currently right now because I didn't have to try an English class, so I think I'm a good writer.
But when you read books,
I do now. I didn't
Yeah.
used to.
no, it now is what matters.
Yeah, you know.
But yeah, like the amount of people who are like, oh, I don't want to read out like published books. That's like boring to me. Like I have
They don't have
Yeah.
fucking Basil in them.
Yeah. They don't have a fanboy that I can project myself onto. I have ADHD.
Yeah, I don't-
I can't concentrate on that. Like, oh my god.
I mean, so do I, but like,
Yeah. Like if,
That's why I haven't read a lot in a long time actually, because I just reading can be hard, but it's something you just got to do.
that totally makes sense, and I totally like understand, and like the only time when I would say like I understand is like if you have a condition like that, like dyslexia or ADHD that
Yeah.
like makes you like literally unable to read for a long period of time.
And just like listen to audiobooks.
Yeah,
I
audio.
read mostly audiobooks.
I have never heard an audiobook. I've never done this in my life.
Really?
Yeah, they're good. It's a good experience.
I've listened to them. I've
So-
only ever listened to them when doing like car trips,
Yeah.
but they're
I can't.
that's such a mood though.
I can't
That's
do it.
that's
I
such a-
listened to
listening to
Snow
a car
Crash as an audiobook, and they have this guy that sounds like David Hayter, and it's so good.
To the reason I can't listen to audiobooks, unless I keep rewinding them, because when I read a book,
Oh,
I
yeah.
read
You
a
can play audiobooks at half speed. That's like a function in basically every audiobook.
No, that's
thing.
not the thing. When I read a book, I read a paragraph, right? And I read a paragraph and I stop. I stop and I think about that paragraph and what it means. Then I read back from like the paragraph before that and reread that page like a few times. Then I flip
Yeah.
it. That's what I do.
that's what I do. That's what ADHD is.
Yeah, I am a very slow reader. I have to reread everything like twice or 3 or 4 times because like I have to like really visualize the whole scene
Really
and
Process
understand,
it.
process and understand what's going on. I really have to do that. So
Yeah.
if I can't pause it, I have to be able to pause it. And one of my favorite things about a book is that you can set the flow of it. You can set the speed of it. That's my favorite thing
Yeah.
about the book. So with like a song or a movie, they are constrained by the temporal like length that they are assigned to, right? Because song has to
True,
be
yeah.
song is like a few minutes long, a movie like a few hours long, and so the pacing is just one way with one flow at one speed, and if you pause it, you can pause it, but that's not what's intended. It's intended for it to be
Yeah.
flown all the way through. With a
Yeah.
book, the writer is writing with
I
the.
paused shit.
Yeah, I do. I pause movies all the time and I rewind them.
Movies
Oh,
are dumb. Movies suck. I hate movies.
I don't watch movies. I watch
Oh
fucking.
man,
I watch
sometimes I
fucking.
watch sometimes I watch a show and it's just like recently I've been watching Nathan For You and it's just like
Oh, I love
So-
him. I love him.
TV
I
is
love
better
it
than
too, but
movies because TV isn't designed to take up 100% of your attention all the time, so they can actually
Yeah.
like.
But the thing is,
convey
I've been
things in a good
watching.
way.
I was watching Nathan For You, but like some of the scenes are just like so viscerally awkward that I just like I can't
Yeah.
keep watching.
Oh my!
I have to, like,
oh
keep
my god!
pausing.
I can't.
just like-
yeah, cringe
Now,
comedy
now,
is.
now he's like telling a kid that he's not gonna be an astronaut, and that's where I'm currently paused in one of the episodes. I need to finish that episode.
I can't. Yeah, I can't stand cringe comedy. I think the only show with cringe comedy that I've actually finished is Watamote, which is an anime. It's about this fucking, basically about this high school girl who is completely evil and like incredibly shitty, and she can't talk to people. And I feel like everyone's been that person at least once in their lives. Anyway, yeah, I watched fucking. So I'm watching like some random Marvel movies I haven't watched before. So I watched Doctor Strange.
Why?
Oh, because
Why?
okay, I didn't have anything to do, and I felt shitty, and I was like, I need some like just popcorn flicks to watch. I watched Doctor Strange. It looked cool. It looked like fucking Inception on LSD. But the story is fucking bad. It's kind of boring.
I still like.
You
I
have a
li-
bit
I like-
that. Watch Venture Bros.
I like Tilda Swinton. Tilda Swinton was great in it. I loved Tilda Swinton.
Okay.
What was I talking about? Oh,
Books. We're talking about reading books.
yeah,
And I
read
mentioned
books.
Nathan Rio and derailed everything.
Oh yeah, so I should probably listen to audiobooks. It'll make things easier for me. But I can't do it
Yeah.
unless I can keep pausing it. But I guess I can like listen to them as like they're a podcast. I guess that could work. Because I also
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
I also
what I do.
pause and rewind podcasts all the time.
Sometimes I do that. Yeah, if I just like start to trail off, and then I'm like, wait, there's a guy talking behind
Yeah.
me.
The thing
Yeah,
is the thing is that I can't like just have podcasts or audiobooks on the background often because usually I'm listening to music. So what I do is I also like when I'm listening to like a new album that I want to listen to, I also just read while the album is playing because I love just
Good.
music playing
Yeah,
in the
good.
album. So that way I can get two birds in one stone: read and listen to new music.
I can only do that with instrumental music.
Or I can
I
just
cannot focus
no,
when there's like.
I can't understand lyrics even if they're in English. I can just ignore it.
I mean, it's not that I can't, but the fact that there's someone speaking is still distracting to me. Like, like even if I can't hear what they're saying.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I can totally understand that. Or maybe you can listen to like languages in like in foreign languages, like Japanese albums. I think they're a
Only
little.
listen to-
I think they're a little easier.
Yeah.
Or maybe Korean albums. They're good too.
Yeah, I was about to say. I have listened to one of your albums in Korean.
Yeah, that was good.
Some Heartbreak album, yeah.
Summer Heartbreak, that one, not Childhood Eraser Logs. Okay, that was okay. I don't know. Childhood Eraser Logs is better. Also, hello, Nerika is here. Neha is here. Hello. I'm sorry, we have to end the stream soon. You came here, but now we have to end this soon.
Yeah.
Cause I have to go and my throat is now also hurting. Oh no.
Don't sing.
What?
Don't sing.
Don't sing?
Yeah, because your foot's hurting.
I'm the worst kind of person.
Yeah, the opposite of that.
Wait, that's the wrong key. I'm the worst kind of person. I fucked in the head and you're never gonna see me again.
Yeah, you know, like, don't do that.
I shouldn't do that. When I'm unhappy, I feel like.
Don't do that. Quit it.
I'm sorry.
Shoot. You better be.
I am. I'm extremely sorry, and I apologize.
Good.
Anyway, how's chat? Did you guys have fun
Shit, that's way
tonight?
too much oil. I'm making food and I put too much oil.
I was wondering what the fuck you're doing. What are you making?
Ramyun, I think.
Ramen?
What? Ramen?
Ramyun.
Ramyun? Like the Korean
Yeah,
kind?
Ramyun shit.
Why
Yeah,
are you
Korean
putting
kimchi
oil
shit.
in the ramyun?
So that
So-
it fries because I'm making it in a bowl.
Isn't ramen the Japanese soda?
No, ramen
No,
is
that's ramune.
yeah, ramen.
Oh.
Ramyun is the Korean
What's that?
ramen.
Oh.
It's better, probably. I don't know.
He even says to the recipe like, I'm the best kind of person.
That's regular Cecily runs, actually.
That is also Cecily Renns. There's no more Cecily Renns.
Yeah, this is so like clumpy. This is like cake. I gotta put more like red stuff in this.
It's fucked up. Then nothing really changes. Happy year ago, I couldn't think of. I can't believe I came up with that part. Oh my god, it's like a Jeff Rollins stuff part. Anyway,
Fucked up is the thing I say a lot.
fucked up. Yeah, you always
Yeah.
say it's fucked up. Yeah, you literally
Yeah.
say that all the time. Actually, it's
Yeah,
like
yeah, for real.
up there with ideal as PD Fox systems.
I started saying ideal because you pointed it out, so I hope you're happy.
Okay. I'm proud of it. Anyway, what ramen? What is it? Which one?
I gotta look at the fucking thing, but it's powder and I'm adding shit to it. Just says kimchi.
Kimchi ramen? Okay. She just gotten the egg one. She gotten the egg ramen.
Also, it doesn't seem to have kimchi in it.
Oh yeah, I think it's just the broth that's like kimchi flavored.
Yeah.
Because over here, if people want to put kimchi in the ramen, they just get kimchi. We all have kimchi here.
Well, it's not imported or anything. It's Mike's.
Do you like kimchi?
I've never had it before. But
You've
this is
never
that
had
flavor.
kimchi?
Yeah, because I'm American.
You live in New Jersey.
Yeah, but I'm also white. And also, I don't live anywhere where anything is.
Okay, that's fair. Writing songs about her, like met lots of new friends. I've been doing a pretty good job getting over it.
Let's see if this tastes any good. 'Cause it might not.
It's fucked up that people hate movies. I don't actually hate movies. I'm sorry,
I
Neha.
do.
Yeah, you do because you're a meanie. You're mean.
The best movie is Tamwa 2010.
That it's weird and good, but I like some movies. Okay, I'm sorry. I just don't like going to the
That's
theater.
fine. I don't actually care. I also don't. Going to the theater is cool sometimes. I did it for Batman the movie and it was cool.
Batman the movie,
Yeah, from this year.
Robert
So
Pattinson
you mean the Batman.
with,
No,
with
I mean Batman the movie.
featuring Robert Pattinson.
Featuring John Twilight. Yep.
Oh my god, that's
That was
cool.
a pretty good movie.
I'm not watching it.
was.
It's like 3.5 hours long. How am I gonna watch that?
Just
You
watch
go to the
it.
theater and sit in a place for 3 hours. That's
No-
like
no,
honestly,
last
Yeah.
it's a good enough movie that you can just like sink into it for 3 hours.
the last
Yeah.
movie I watched was Avengers: Infinity War, which is good actually.
Why?
Yeah.
Why? Because my class all watched it. They forced me to.
This is pretty good
I
actually.
haven't watched a movie in a while.
Yeah, I haven't watched one. What? When was that? Was like 20,
Oh,
wasn't like 2018, 2019? Infinity War? Yeah. So I haven't watched another one since then. The
man.
one before that I watched on theater was The Last Jedi. I watched that on theater. Also got dragged by other people.
I just realized that tonight, now, I guess, it would be tomorrow, but it's now today. It's going to be a screening of the Rocky Horror Picture Show, so I'm going to watch that for the first time.
Rocky Horror. Ooh. They're
Yeah,
Very
I've
good.
seen that
excited.
either.
Is that good?
I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. I've heard that the screenings are something you have to see to believe.
Ooh. I think I've heard some tales about it. Anyways,
Oh fuck! I didn't cook the ramen long enough, and it's so stiff. Ugh.
go put it back and boil it again.
It's al dente.
It's already got sauce on it. How am I supposed to do that?
You idiot! You should have tried it out before putting on the sauce.
Whatever. No, the sauce was in the bowl. I put the sauce in the bowl and then I put the ramen in.
Okay. Is it like uneatable? Is that a word, uneatable?
The word is inedible, and no, because I'm eating it right now.
Nice. Is it good?
It's pretty good. I wish I cooked it longer, but it tastes good.
I like ramen that isn't like cooked a lot because it kind of gets all I don't know how to describe it. I feel like if you cook it too long, like all the water seeps into the
Yeah,
ramen.
it's soggy.
Yeah.
The person in the chat was that Nick Haruka crunchy half cooked ramen. I actually I do like to eat dry ramen sometimes.
Yeah, and put the powder on it. Yeah.
That's weird. I tried to do that once and it was shit.
I mean, it
Just a
over
big cracker.
over here. It's like literally like a snack that we eat it like a snack.
It does taste like a snack. It's like, yeah. What I like to do is I I save the packet, and then use 2 packets in the next batch of ramen, and a mix of flavors.
I,
That's a special Red Rex way of cooking it. And you
I
also
feel like
add an egg.
I feel like Cecily has to have given me some kind of skewed idea of what Korean food is like, because everything she describes to me is like shit that you would make from stuff that you had around the house.
Yeah, that is our culture. That is, and also because I'm poor, so that is the kind of
That's
food that
fair
I
also.
eat.
Yeah. I think you should describe army soup for our American viewers.
Army soup.
Yeah,
Yeah.
budae.
Yeah.
It's army stew. Like,
Mhm. Describe it.
if you look up at Korean army stew, it's like so it's like
Don't tell them to look it up. Describe it in detail.
Tell me, I want to hear this.
so it's a jjigae. It has like you put ham in it, you have put sauces and spam. You put kimchi in it. You also put ramen in it, and the broth is made of gochujang, which is like red chili paste. Makes it spicy. And you just put it all in and you boil it. You put all the ham and the kimchi in and you just fucking boil it.
The ham and the spam and the hot dog.
Sometimes
What?
the hot dog, but usually it's sausage.
Yeah, it has hot dogs in it sometimes.
Wait, there's
Is
like it's a stew with spam in it.
Yeah, we
With
put spam in.
and ham and hot dogs
We-
because
we-
it's army surplus food.
We put spam in a lot of things because back in the Korean War, the Americans brought a lot of spam and we liked it. We actually liked
you know.
spam, so it became a thing
Yeah,
here.
it's one of those situations, kind of like French people and coffee, where somebody imported something via like historical context, and the people who got it imported to them liked it infinitely more than anybody else in the world.
Well, I mean,
Mhm.
like Americans with pizza.
yeah,
yeah.
you know.
It's my like favorite food. Like I get it
Yeah.
when I can when I'm outside when I'm out with people. It's so good. You guys need to have it. I think everyone should have budae once in their life. It's so nice, and I think it's a good tasting thing even for like foreigners because it's not that spicy. It has like a lot of meat in it, or like the every type of meat you can imagine except like beef. Put beef in it, I think.
Let's put a hot dog in it.
Yeah, the hot dog is good in it, and maybe the kimchi is not for everyone's taste, but the broth is great.
Mhm.
I was thinking about like my favorite movie, and it might be La La Land. That might be it. I have to rewatch it. I love the movie. I have not watched Whiplash, but I have watched La La Land, and I love it. Anyway, let's call it a night, everyone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have a
This was really
good
fun.
have a good meal, Bridget.
Yeah.
And
Well, I
and-
actually just finished it, so
you already done? What the fuck?
I eat fast. Sorry,
Chew on it. You'd get sick.
it's ramen. I don't have to.
Yeah, you do. You'd get sick if you don't chew it.
You know, I just eat ramen fast because it's good, and it was also not it was also
Swallow
kind
it
of
whole.
subpar ramen, so I wanted to get it over with.
Okay, that's fair. Thanks for coming, Rax.
Yeah, thanks for having me. This
It
was
was-
really
yeah.
this was really fun.
It was so fun
Thanks
to
for letting me ramble about my story.
Yeah. Oh no, it was my pleasure. It sounds so interesting. Cool. I'm so happy that we got to talk about like writing and shit. I love talking about that. We should do it again.
Yeah.
Nerika says base bitty fucked except for movies. My favorite movie is the action button review of Tokimeki Memorial. Now that I think about
I
it.
agree.
Yeah.
My favorite movie is the action button review of Doom.
The Doom one is good. The Doom one is when he starts getting into the real personal shit in the series.
The
Anyway.
Doom one has the fucking horrible story about the evil little kid, and Cecily, I don't know if I don't know if this is an American thing, but everybody I've ever met has known a kid like that.
Yeah. An evil kid, like a bully.
No, not even a bully. Probably sometimes even bullied, but just a kid who was a little shitheel.
Oh,
Yeah.
I definitely have known.
I think I can think of one,
I've
but
had to like,
yeah, not the type in that video.
Yeah,
not
that's very American. It's a very
Yeah,
American instinct to be like,
a
no, I
sociopath.
want him to be that kind of sociopath where you're
not
just
even
like,
not,
man, violence is cool, yeah.
Yeah,
the
cool.
kid I knew wasn't like a sociopath. He was just like harmed, didn't know how to process it, so he
Mhm.
lashed out and didn't know how to deal with things.
Oh, I did know one kid who was like really clearly mentally ill, and he lived with his grandmother, and he hit people, he just beat up people all the time, and threatened me
I
one
did
time.
that.
Okay. Good night, everyone. I love
Yeah.
all of you. It was so fun.
Good night.
Let's talk about my album, Dysfunctional Bunny Girl, out on Bandcamp and YouTube right now, coming to Spotify and Apple Music soon. Let's talk about that next time, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I love you. Okay.